Scholars good, baby. Turn me up a little bit in the headphones, Lotion. Shit so sexy right here. I mean, you know it's the gang green chain. Get on your shit. Scholars good, baby. Great to have you back. Change drug. Young Los on the beat. Oh, it's gang green, baby. Talk my shit. Heavy on the wrist dab, and the Chevy pack a piss dab. Nigga chip down, he ain't have enough to fight the campaign. Get your grip, it's the gang green chain. Get on your shit, Scholars good, baby. Great to have you back, change drug. Young Los on the beat. Oh, it's gang green, baby. Shit, yeah, I'm heavy on the wrist dab, and the Chevy pack a piss dab. Nigga chip down, he ain't have enough to fight the campaign. Get your grip, get it. Honey, it ain't a damn thing, honey, ain't it? Man, swing nigga like treat cheese and beast. He used to be my colleague, Muhammad Ali. Shoot the left jab, not the saying Floyd Mayweather. Say bitch was on the mess tab. Breastfed Jibby as a baby, gave him common sense. Stay tuned, baby. I'm coming best to make room, best to take home. I'm the greatest out. Gotta love me, Biggie Bell. I'm the wave one, great one came to save him. It's too late, mommy, she got two plates. Greedy, motherfucking needy, motherfucker. That shit speedy ass niggas in my lane trying to pass by. Last I heard you was wavy.
From the bottom, put a lot of work in. You can benefit, but first you got to put your work in. Break the brick, let it stack. Hustlers win that money. Back and forth up on the trips. I fell in love with that. Several thousand in front of housing. Get it like it's tomorrow. We just try to salvage new series toys. The first bring us joy. Freezing through winters, distributing that boy. Oh girl, I still love you too. Cause when the rent was backed up, it's you who got a nigga through. Get me swagged up, tearing them abs up. We see it.
Yo, I don't know what's wrong here. I'm trying to get my shit fixed together. I'm trying to get right over here. So just hold on for a sec, man. I'm trying to get my shit right though. No, that shit working, you know. The fuck is wrong with this shit? What up, man?
So sexy right here.
I'm saying?
I mean, you know it's the gang green chain. Get on your shit. Scholars good, baby. Great to have you back. Change drug. Young Los on the beat. Oh, it's gang green, baby. Talk my shit, though. Heavy on the wrist dab, and the Chevy pack a piss dab. Nigga chip down, he ain't have enough to fight the campaign. Get your grip, get it. Honey, it ain't a damn thing. Honey, ain't it? Man, swing nigga like treat cheese headphones, lotion. Shit so sexy right here.
Hold on, man.
You know it's the game.
I'm trying to fix. All right, I'm trying to fix this joint right here, man. It's just acting up. Starting to slow down and get all cramped up.
Tell me up a little bit in the headphones, lotion.
There we go.
Shit so sexy
A little bit. I gotta get a little
right here. You know it's the game, really change.
I mean,
Get on your shit. Scholar's good, baby. Great to have you back. Takes drug. Young Los on the beat. Always getting green. Baby. Talk my shit though. Yeah. I'm heavy on the rich dad. In the Chevy pack a pitch dad. Nigga chip down, he ain't have enough to fight the campaign.
this is more better. More better.
You know it's the game, really change.
You know what I mean?
Scholars good, baby.
Scholars, what's good, baby?
Great to have you back.
Know what I'm saying?
Young Los on the beat.
Always, man.
Always getting green, baby.
I'm in the crib, man. This shit gotta get right.
I'm heavy on the rich dad. In the Chevy pack a pitch dab. Nigga chip down, he ain't have enough to fight the campaign. Get your grip, get honey, it ain't a damn thing. Honey, it ain't a man, swing nigga like street cheese and beast.
Makali, Muhammad Ali, that same Floyd Mayweather. Motherfucking nigga, motherfucker. That's hot.
Put a lot of work in, you can benefit, but first you got to put your work in. And then the brick, let it stack. Hustlers when that money back and forth over the trips. I feel love with that.
That's them Coke boys. That's when you feel that Silver Surfer wave.
The first one is joy. Squeezing the lenses, distributing that ball. Oh girl, I still love you too. Cause when the brick was backed up, the shoe got it in the group. Check me swagged up, tearing them abs up. We seated by the hefty, put them duffel bags.
Game green, the game green.
Your game's so freezing. Fuck it, I form out. We in the small mouth. Music definition of shit, so don't you fall out.
Nigga, I'm about my shit. I don't give a fuck what them haters say. Nigga, I'ma get paid. Yeah, I fuck with different niggas. Yeah, I've been on different labels. Yeah, I do what I want to cause I can and I'm grown. Won't you niggas get a like and just leave me alone? I'm better than most of these niggas. Yeah, I'm in the zone. Game green forever, motherfucker, it's on. I ain't got time to play games with you phonies. And I ain't bound. Believe that I'm your only. Say what you want, a nigga, I'm that bitch. I get torpedoed all I want because I live that shit. I've been that bitch, and I'ma say it every.
What up, man? You know, I had to get a little wavy with that, man. I was getting in. I was getting in there, man. That's that NYC joint, man. You gotta love it. You gotta start it off, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all saw what Jason Tatum just did, right? Y'all saw Jason Tatum drop 39. The 39, I'm not too amazed. I told you a lot of players are dropping a lot of points in today's league right now. Yeah, I'm hyped up a little bit, Octavius. I'm hyped up. But the MVP race is probably more crazier than ever. You got guys like the Joker. You got Giannis in there. You got Luka. You got Joel Embiid. You got Jason Tatum. That's top 5 probably MVPs right there. Flat out MVPs right there. That's your top 5. You know, and Jason Tatum, he just came from the finals last year. Got his Boston Celtics looking like a top best team in the East again. So they out there competing again, looking to take over, looking to get right back to where they left off from before, right? And it's funny. You get a lot of guys increasing numbers with stats, right? But if you're going to do that, at least get the win. And look what Jason Tatum is doing. Okay, whenever he go crazy, whenever he go ham, his team most likely wins. All right, that's what I call effective scoring, having an impact on the game, and doing what you got to do to get your team the W. You know what I'm saying? That's your block in the background. Oh, what block is that? Come on, shout out your hood, man. What block is that? By the way, that's not my block. You know, it's just I am from NY, but that's not my block. You know, I'm from the 40th side of Queensbridge. You know, next time I will most likely put my PJs in the background. QB 40th side. You know how we do that 10th Street, 12th Streets. You know what I'm saying? 40 side of Vernon's. You know what I'm saying? Bomb block. All of that. That QB, you know, Bompton. You know, y'all don't know what that is, man. Bompton, baby. The Gut Fellas. You know, all of that. That's that old QB crew. You know, the infamous Queensbridge. You know the scene, kid peeping. Those who caught sleeping. I never do that. I run with 2 Macs. I bust my crew back. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I remember that. That's that infamous prodigy, man. But MVP candidates are just going to go down like quick lists of MVPs that's going to go down. I want to touch on Kawhi Leonard. What the fuck is going on with Kawhi Leonard? All right, your team is going down. You know, it's funny. They keep losing games right now at the moment and still don't go down. They still stuck at number 6. But sooner or later, they're going to go from 6 to 7 to 8. And if they keep dripping down there, that's a wrap. You know, that's a wrap. He said, best eye, the place where my head rests. Biggie stomped you up. High as a motherfucking helicopter. Who back to Nina? Fuck a misdemeanor. Beating motherfuckers like Ike beat Tina. What's love got to do when I'm running all do your whole crew? Oh, y'all remember that? Hey, yo, Ricky, that's that best eye shit right there for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BK. You know, I ain't from BK, but I'm from Queens. I'm from Killer Queens. You know, we're next door neighbor boroughs. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi need to retire. I mean, I don't care about his career points. I care about his winning. All right. Because Joe Embiid said the guy transforms to Michael Jordan in the postseason. Well, guess what? He hasn't been in the postseason yet. Get your ass back in the postseason, play some basketball games, and if you run the risk of injuring and getting injury and ending your career, you got millions to retire on. So what the fuck are you complaining about? You're going to pitch your body, do the testament anyway. That's what being a professional athlete is all about. Each and every time you step foot on your professional field, on that court, on that baseball field, on that football field, on that boxing ring, you run a chance of never, ever doing your sport ever again. But that's the price you pay for making millions of dollars. All right? You're going to be all right. So stop prolonging your career, because if you prolonging your career and all you collecting is L's, what the fuck are you doing, dog? That's some weirdo shit. What the fuck are you doing? You're going to sit there, oh, I'm going to do load management. I ain't going to win no championship, but I'm going to do load management. What the fuck does that even mean? Know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. Step your game up, man. Don't you want to win playoff? You want to get to the playoffs, you're going to have to compete. You're going to have to go out there and actually win some games. That's what you're going to have to do. You got no other choice. You got no other choice but to go out there and win some games. You know, if you can't do that, then sit the hell down, man, because your team paying you top dollar to see you win. Okay? They got you and Paul George there to win games. You asked for Paul George. You got the player that you wanted. Now go out there and win. There's a lot of teams underachieving this year. Phoenix Suns was a title contender. Now look what happened to them. The Golden State Warriors just won the championship. Now they're going on a drought of losing games. They just got spanked by Jason Tatum being unstoppable. You know, who else? The Brooklyn Nets was struggling. Now they're going back to struggling because of injuries. But they're the only team that lived up to their reputation so far, moved up to the 4th seed. Was about to be a number 1 seed prior to the injuries. So they're the only team living up to their reputation. Lakers are supposed to be a title contender. They ain't living up to their reputation. You know, just a bunch of empty bullshit numbers. You know, and got a bunch of fanboys, got these cronies making excuses for LeBron James losing games. The motherfucker losing close games. You act like he getting blown out. He's losing close games. If you losing close games, you got nobody to blame but yourself. Take accountability for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stop blaming people for your own failures, man. If you come to work late, you come to work late. Stop making excuses about that shit. You mean to tell me you can't get up? You can't get up early and come to work on time? That's your problem if you can't get to work on time. You ain't got nobody else to blame. You know, accountability that has to be held to the highest regard, man. It has to be held up. You got to hold it down. You got to do your shit. You know? Now, y'all saw me jamming. Y'all saw me jamming to that. Y'all saw me jamming to that that wave. That was that wave era, man. That was that wave era. You know. But you got cronies, in particular, like Big Mike. Big Mike is a big LeBron apologist. You know, LeBron James could play the worst basketball of his entire career. And you have a guy like that sitting there saying, well, blame it on the teammates. Come on, man. Why are you going to compare a title contender to a non-title contender? That don't make no damn sense. Since when do you have the same energy for a team that's not a title contender, like an 8th seed? Do you treat an 8th seed the same way you treat a number 1 seed? Don't tell me you do, because you don't. That's never been the case in basketball, you know? Nah, ain't no hate. I just like exposing these cronies. And LeBron James ain't the GOAT. He never was the GOAT. I'm not even sure if he better than Kobe Bryant. Key word, I'm not even sure. Because I know Kobe would have waxed his ass 3 years in a row in the finals, and there ain't nobody could tell me different. LeBron James admitted himself that Kobe was better than him. That means he would have took a backseat to Kobe. He'd have been shook. Kobe would have had LeBron James shook, because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. They're scared to death. They're scared to look. They shook. You know? When that championship comes around and they fighting for that shit like dogs over a bone, over meat, who you think gonna come out that motherfucker alive? Kobe Bryant. LeBron James would be passive aggressive as he always is. He'll get scared. Passive aggressive. He probably won't even take the final shot he was playing against Kobe during that time frame. He would have passed the ball to somebody else. He said, I don't want this smoke. I don't want to handle no Kobe Bryant. Kobe would have waxed LeBron James. And that's just Kobe. Then you got Tim Duncan. He won some of his finals against beating LeBron James. He got victories over LeBron. And you needed a Ray Allen 3-point shot to try to save you. Because without that Ray Allen shot, despite all those points LeBron James is scoring in the 4th, this is what you don't get. They lose. Stats don't mean nothing if you can't produce at the end of the day. And I can tell you this much. If Kobe was putting up the same type of numbers as LeBron James is right now, with that type of team, they would be winning. Key word, they will be winning. All right? Winning games. All right? Winning games. No, he's not the greatest overall player. LeBron James is good at a lot of stuff, but he's not great at nothing. You know, the master of nothing. Like Floyd Mayweather said, you know, good at many things, master of nothing. He said that to a guy he was getting interviewed by, you know. But back to my MVP candidates. All right. The Joker's having a hell of a season. The Joker is a guy nobody's talking about. You know, they trying to say he's the greatest big man passer of all time. I can't put that into a category. I mean, what are we doing now? I mean, pretty soon we're gonna be sitting there battling who's the greatest old man of all time. All these new categories that absolutely make no sense. They're just dumb. Yo, what up? What up, Z? But the Joker is a hell of a passing big. I give him that. He's putting up these magical numbers, but at the same time, he's winning. So I can't take nothing away from him because he's getting W's. You know, I'm a guy that criticized the Joker last year, got a lot of people pissed off, you know, and when I made those videos and people got pissed off at the Joker, you know, they call me a Joker hater, you know, and then when they call me a Joker hater, you know, I had to explain to why what I'm saying. People don't understand something. This is not a kiss a player's ass channel. This is not what this channel is about. I call out the media. I call out propaganda. I call out narratives. I call out moving the goalposts. And I call out things that could be proven and rebutted against with proven facts and receipts. That's what this channel is all about. Okay? I'm not here to kiss another player's ass and give him his flowers all day long, every day. I make one video about that. Like I made the one video giving the Joker his flowers. I'm not going to continue saying how great the Joker is. You know, I call out people that get overhyped, you know, or overrated, things of that nature, you know, especially when all these fanboys say stupid shit. So that's my ammo. All right. That's what this channel is about. You can even go back to the beginning. All right. The beginning of this channel was what? I had videos that say Kobe Bryant was overrated 10 years ago, right? Because at the time he was being heavily pushed by the media. He was a media puppet, and they were saying things about him that just wasn't true. They were saying things about him that he even didn't accomplish yet, you know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If you're going to give it to, definitely give it to Luka, because Luka carrying that team on his back. You know, it'd be crazy if Luka could get an MVP this year because he mad young. You know, Jordan won his first MVP, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like age 24. And he won a scoring title and a defensive player all in the same year. You know, that's the savage. Not too many guys do that. Win a defensive player of the year and a MVP in the same season and a scoring title. That's 3 accolades in 1 year. And those accolades can't be taken away from you, by the way. They ain't no breaking no record, you know? Your NBA MVP is Ja Morant. Ooh, king of dunks. That's what they saying, right? Well, that 38 points is overrated because a lot of players are going to get that now. You see the pace. And a lot of guys are going to take LeBron's lead because they just say, oh, all I have to do is rank up numbers. All you guys care about is stats. I thought we cared about winning because the narrative of basketball was always about winning. If you change in the narrative and it's all about numbers and stats, who you think going to go after that? Other guys are going to follow suit and they're going to copy LeBron James and they're going to break his record. I say LeBron will hold on to that record for about 5 to 10 years, roughly, because as soon as he breaks that record, there's going to be a guy behind him, you know, and there's already guys behind him right now. You know, I think KD, if he actually sticks it out and plays a couple more seasons, he could do that. But question is, do guys want to do that? Okay, it's a question of, do you want to do it? Do you want to play that long to do it? You know, but Michael Jordan would have got that in way lesser time than most players. At the pace he was going, he was a 10-time scoring champ. Imagine if he never retired. He would have got that way quicker. But he didn't care about it. All Jordan cared about was winning, W's, putting a ring on it. That's all he cared about, you know? Yeah, that is also true. That's one thing. But a lot of players could play that long right now, Z, because we have medical advancements. Guys taking, you know, supplements. You know, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. You know, Jordan would have easily got that if he didn't retire. Easily. At the pace he was going, he was a scoring offensive juggernaut, 10-time scoring champ, the greatest individual scorer, most dominant individual scorer in basketball history, in modern basketball history. Yes, I said modern basketball history, you know. And he was the only guy that was able to do that and win at the same time. Yeah, Shaq is jealous of everybody, man. Who isn't Shaq jealous of? Shaq jealous of Kareem. He jealous of Dwight Howard. He's still hating on Dwight Howard playing in a foreign country, you know? But if I could say my top picks, surprisingly, I would say the Joker got to be at number one. And this is a guy that I criticized last year because I thought he didn't deserve the reward last year. But you got Joel Embiid on his list too. Joel Embiid been killing it. He getting W's. He out here getting his numbers and he getting W's. You know, he did get called out by Hakeem Olajuwon for shooting too much threes because he's supposed to be the next Hakeem Olajuwon, Joel Embiid. That's what the narrative around Joel Embiid always was, that he's supposed to be the next Hakeem, you know, but I don't know about that, man. I think Joel Embiid is probably, you know, Joel Embiid. No, Mike ain't jealous. Why would Michael Jordan be jealous? For what? A record? Jordan got 6 NBA championships. Jordan got a Defensive Player of the Year award, 10 scoring titles, 5 MVPs. Why the hell would he care about some guy breaking a scoring record? If that was the case, he would have stayed playing basketball until his legs break off. All he cared about was winning. Yeah, I think Luka could last that long. They projecting that Luka is going to be the next LeBron James-like player anyway. That's not a bad assessment. You know, Luka could be playing basketball for a very long time, but he said himself that he don't see himself playing that long. He said he don't want to play for 20 years. But guess what? He don't have to play for 20 years. If he managed to get like 6 championships, he's going to be like considered like an all-time great already anyway. Come on, man. That's cap. If we're going to sit here and talk about would have, should have, could have, you know, come on, man. Saying LeBron was robbed for MVPs is like me saying Jordan was robbed for MVPs. You know, anybody could say that. I could say Kobe was robbed for MVPs. Kobe should have had more MVPs. You know, should have and would have, could have are two complete different things. You know, the reality of the situation is he got what he got, you know. So it is what it is. 10 MVPs, man. Come on, miss me with that. You know. So that's completely different. I mean, you can make a case for anybody deserve to be more MVPs. You can make a case some guys didn't deserve MVPs. Like Shaq hating on what you call it? Who was Shaq hating on? Steve Nash. He said Steve Nash didn't deserve those MVPs. I think the Joker deserved the first one, Z. He didn't deserve the one last year. But if he gets another one this year, he definitely deserves it. He got the numbers and he got the team success to go with it. No, we could say it. You know why we could say it? Because time and time, the NBA proves me right. Matter of fact, let me show you this. I'm glad you brought this up. Let's look at this for a minute.
He was very lucky to be in the locker room for playoffs and NBA finals, and
let's take a look at this.
He was paying attention to the way his father spoke, his demeanor. He described his dad, Rick's style, as quiet but demanding and detailed, and he models his style after that. And guys, before the game, multiple players told me that they respect David. They're so happy for him, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's such an incredible person, they say.
And meanwhile, the foul was called on Jokic. Now Denver's
wait till you see what happens.
Already used its
look at this play.
Challenge. So
now look at this foul called on the Joker.
Can't use a challenge.
It's literally
Jokic
nothing. The Joker didn't even touch the guy. You see that? You see how how soft today's NBA is, and the fans are even booing it. You could go to the free throw line for free. That was a freebie right there. That was a freebie right there. Period. You know, period. That was a freebie. Actually, the Chicago Bulls is one of the greatest NBA teams of all time. So let's reverse that question. Could those guys beat Jordan? Because Jordan won 72 plus games and won a championship with it. Stop trying to play Michael Jordan, man. Put some respect on the GOAT's name. Because none of those guys could beat Michael Jordan or that 96 Chicago Bulls team, especially if you port them to Jordan's era. They're all taking L's. And even if Jordan comes into this era, with the way the rules is, he'll have a field goal with that. Period. So reverse that question around. And Michael Jordan beat more 50-win teams than LeBron, more 60-win teams than LeBron. So he faced against better teams overall just to even get to the finals. Period. Facts. And you know, the funny thing about it is, I'm glad you mentioned Jeff Hornacek, because Jeff Hornacek could be an all-star in today's league. Neither was LeBron James. LeBron James is not an elite three-point shooter neither. He takes a lot of threes, but he's not elite at it. He shoots a lot of bricks. That's because you shoot a lot of threes don't mean you're good at it. He ain't Steph Curry. He ain't Ray Allen. So move me with that. You know, Dan Marley will be an all-star in today's league. He'd probably be the next Steph Curry. Oh, yes, he would. Half of these guys you mentioned would have been an all-star, especially Dan Marley. Dan Marley could shoot the three. Nobody could touch him. He'd have been an all-star. Steve Kerr wouldn't have been an all-star, but Steve Kerr would have been a great three-point shooter because nobody'd be barely to touch him. You could space the floor, give him a wide-open three-point shot, and Steve Kerr is one hell of a three-point shooter. Shot over 40% from three, you know. But like I said, Michael Jordan scraped the plate, beat some of the greatest basketball players of all time, and outside of that, played against some of the greatest dynasties of all time, period. And the Chicago Bulls is a dynasty. 1996, Bulls beat everybody, regarded as the greatest basketball team of all time. Defense and offense, they could see anybody, you know. They could see anybody. Jordan did beat Magic. He knocked Magic out of there. And Larry Bird didn't even get a chance to get beaten by Mike. But you already know the routine. The minute Michael Jordan became a title contender, Larry Bird was out of there. He only was good for 10 years. But if Larry Bird was there, he would have got his ass beat too. All them guys would have got beat by Jordan in his prime. That's why he said, hey, you know what? We got to win as much as we can before this guy hit his prime. They said that in the Olympics. Said, oh, Michael Jordan coming. No, we can't stop this dude. No. Most of the legends. You know that's a lie. Octavius out here trolling. You know that's a lie. Michael Jordan is still regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time and should be. I know it gets tired hearing that, but it is what it is. Until you find me somebody that can win more, got more scoring titles, got more MVPs, did it in a more respectable fashion, then we're going to be talking about something great. And you know, the funny thing about it is LeBron James, without a super team, he got no championships. You know, LeBron won his championships with super teams and a top 5 player. Steph Curry would have been nothing but a spoiler version of Reggie Miller if he played against Michael Jordan. With that physical rules, he'd have been pushed around like a rag doll. So those threes, he wouldn't even be able to get off. But if Michael Jordan played in this era, his offensive points go up. LeBron won with a top 5 player in 2020. Michael Jordan never won with a top 5 player. Scottie Pippen was never a top 5 player. So over 15 to 10 players are already better than Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen wasn't even better than Sean Kemp or Dominique Wilkins or Karl Malone or David Robinson or Hakeem Olajuwon or Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing beat the brakes off Scottie Pippen when Jordan wasn't around. Facts, though. LeBron James is about 6 to 10 greatest NBA players of all time. And if he don't make the postseason, he going to go down even more. You know, Scottie Pippen was not a top 5 player, period. Never was. Thank you, Ricky. And Jordan scraped the plate. LeBron don't got no three-peat. And LeBron, when he played with the super team, still couldn't get a three-peat. He got beat by Jason Terry. Michael Jordan ain't getting beat by no fucking Jason Terry. Fuck out of here, man. The Chicago Bulls, 1996, greatest NBA team of all time. Period. Easy work. It's easy work to dismiss LeBron James against Michael Jordan. I could do that all day. It's easy work. Easy work. If LeBron without no super team, he got no championships. Jordan without no super team, he could get 6. Easy work. And LeBron ain't no better scorer than Mike. Mike a 10-time scoring champ. Prime for prime. LeBron James can't see Mike. Mike could do in 13 years what LeBron can't do in 20. I repeat that again. Jordan could do in 13 years what LeBron James can't do in 20 years. Period. Oh, he has more points, though. Oh, that changes everything. He has more points. What does that even mean, man? So does Karl Malone. Is Karl Malone better than Michael Jordan? Karl Malone got waxed by Jordan twice. He 0 for 3 in the finals. When it counts most, he ain't got nothing. Easy work to dismiss that, man. Easy work. Yeah, Jordan wants Leonard. LeBron wants Leonard. He wants Luka. He wants all of that. No, Jordan is the bar that you have to surpass. Thank you, Brandon. Michael Jordan dominated the game on both ends. Won scoring title, MVP, and defensive player of the year in one season. Per dominance. And on top of that, he wins. He's won more than he lost. And he did all of this in 13 seasons. The minute Scottie Pippen came his prime or came a decent player, the Bulls hit the ground running and never looked back. Three-peat. LeBron James had to leave his own kingdom. Great player, but he had to leave his own kingdom just to try to go win a championship. He had to been taught how to win a championship by D. Wade. No player never taught Jordan how to win. He taught them how to win. So before you sit there and say, Jordan never faced this guy, Jordan never faced that guy. Well, those guys never faced Michael Jordan. Those guys never faced a 72-win team like the 1996 Bulls, the greatest basketball team in modern NBA history. The Bulls. Tony Kukoc, Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper. Perfect combination of everything. Defense, three-point shooting, scoring, controlling the pace of the game. Could go fast break. Jordan and Pippen like hound dogs, fighting over a piece of meat when it comes to defense. Period. Shaq and Kobe would have been good competition, but they lose. Because remember, Shaq was Dennis Rodman was able to guard Shaq in 1996. And the Bulls swept Shaq. Shaq got swept by Michael Jordan. Let's keep that in mind. He may have won the year before, but he never swept Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came back and swept that boy. You know what I'm saying? Easy work. Easy work. I could dismiss that all the time. Shaq was a great player from the minute he picked up a basketball. What are you talking about? He was a top 50 basketball player from basically getting drafted. He led his team to the finals in 1995. He was already in his prime. He just couldn't get over the hump, and he got outplayed by Hakeem Olajuwon. It happens, you know? Okay, and did Shaq win the chip? No. He got swept. All of that work, and he got swept. Yes, he was. Shaq was in his prime, damn near for almost the beginning of his career. He was hot. 95, he was already in his prime. He was in his prime throughout the 90s until the mid-2000s, period. And Dennis Rodman could guard Shaq. He was guarding Shaq. Then you add the combination of guys like Luke Longley. Yeah, he would have got abused by Shaq, but he had did enough just to hang in there. Bulls would have beaten that Lakers team because it was Shaq and Kobe. They had some good role players on there. Some of those role players was from the 96 Bulls, by the way. You know? Yep, 92 draft. But Shaq was an Olympian right out the gate. He was presumed to be a top 50 player by 1993. Yeah, you can. That just matters how fast you peak. Some guys peak very fast. Some guys peak very fast. Michael Jordan peaked very fast a little bit, but his team did not. Jordan was ready almost out the gate. Now, his first few seasons, he wasn't that good. You know, he was okay. He wasn't Jordan. But when he hit his prime, he hit his peak, it was a wrap. Shaq was in his prime in 1995, though. With Penny Hardaway, them boys was in their prime. You know, Shaq got 1992, you could say he wasn't in his prime. 93, you could say that. You could make a case for 94. But 95, he definitely hit his prime. Team success and player accomplishments or development, they're two different things, but at the same time, they coincide together, like peanut butter and jelly. Once both of them start clicking, we get to see what you really made of, you know? They were in their prime, definitely. They definitely was in their prime. 1995, he was definitely in his prime in 1995. He hit his prime a little faster. You know, I say that's the beginning year of his prime, and he went to the finals the beginning year. They were a title contender the very next year. You know, half of these teams that you mentioned that Jordan beat were 50-win teams, 60-win teams, teams LeBron James never faced in the Eastern Conference. LeBron beat teams below 500. And if you give LeBron teams above 500, most likely he loses because he has a track record for losing against good teams more than beating them. If he lost to Jason Terry, then what's to say he can't lose to the Portland Trail Blazers without a super team? Do you understand how good that 92 Portland Trail Blazers team was with Clyde Drexler, Kevin Duckworth, all them big boys? Stop playing with me, man. What if he faced a team like a 60-win team, even like the Utah Jazz? If he playing with no other all-stars, there's no big three, there's a good chance LeBron James probably lose. You can't be the GOAT with 6 finals losses. If that's the case, then Jerry West is the GOAT. But you're entitled to your own opinion. Even though it's cap, I know you know it's cap because you're a Kobe fan. You like a lot of these guys on the internet that pretend to be LeBron fans, but you do it to spark debate. I get it. No, like my boy Lamont. He outright said that Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all the time, but you see him defending LeBron James all the time because he knows it makes ratings. LeBron James is a media puppet, so people know if you talk about him, you're going to get attention, you know. But I don't talk about LeBron for attention. I talk about LeBron because I'm exposing his cronies, and I like exposing the media and the fanboys. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? We got the deli in the background. My man Ricky said that's best eye. You know, represent. Shout out the hood, man. Shout out Brooklyn. Because that's what's in the background right here. Best style. You know, that corner bodega, baby. That corner bodega. You know? Facts, though. You hear that? But y'all see what I do. Y'all see what I do when I'm not doing this sports shit. I'm involved in entertainment. I got a video put up right now. Me talking to a producer. This guy's been in the movie business for over 40 years. a brother that's faced discrimination, everything. Some of the movies that you watch, he played a part in. Black Panther movie, the first one, he was involved in that. He did movie shoots in Buffalo, New York. You ever heard of a movie called The Quiet Place 2? He was involved in that. I'm bumping heads with people that's in the movie business almost every single day. It's a different world, man. It's a different world out there. You know, there's levels to this. You know, if I ever decide to get into the acting business, I got connections now. You know, I still don't get a shot for it. I can't act. I can't do it, man. Memorizing the script. I seen people do it now. I'm in a mix of the entertainment business. I see people rehearsing, going over their scenes. I seen screenplays, you know, the whole book of what you got to say. That shit is too much. Book is like this dick, son. And they reading, matter of fact, I'm going to help somebody rehearse their play tomorrow. You know, rehearse some scenes. I'm going to read off the book and they're going to just say the scene, say what they need, you know? So it is what it is. I ain't going to be in it. If I ever do drop something in movies or something, I let it be known here, you know? But it's going to take a lot for me to memorize a script. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's just not me. I don't know how these other dudes do, but I know rappers could do it because they memorize the lyrics. They write lyrics and memorize that. So it's easy for them to do the same thing with movies. But I'm not neither. I'm not a music artist and I'm not a movie artist. You know, I'm just in the business around them, you know. And facts though, and that's why I put out that video, because people be saying, oh, you lying. You don't work here. I showed you the proof, fam. Every day, all day, you know. And when I told my man, John, you think I dress like this normally when I go to work? Nah, man. Brother, I'm jigged up, suit, tie, you know. I'm dealing with people. I'm business, man. You ever seen the show House of Lies? All right. Just like that. Got a crew just like that. Yeah, I do a live stream from the Laker game tomorrow. Yeah, it can. Yeah. I'm in LA too, Brandon. Yeah, the movie business is shady. It's crazy. You know, I see these stories, all these people tell me as I deal with them. You know, get stories, some girls, they tell you their story, how they got used and manipulated by movie producers to do dangs for them. Yeah, you already know what those dangs is. You know, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But if I say something, I want to prove to the world I could back it up. I ain't gonna say nothing if I can't back it up. You already see what I'm doing. Now I ain't gonna give you my addy. I ain't gonna give you the whole detail. I give you a little siplet. You know, the game is to be sold, not told. I'm not some of these people on social media telling you their whole life and telling you where they live at and all this other stuff. That's crazy talk. You know, people be putting their address on Instagram, then wondering why they get robbed and stuff like that. You know, you just got your shit robbed because you on these damn networks flexing, showing people your shit. You know, I give you simplets just to let you know that I ain't bull jiving. You seen the conversation in the video. The guy's literally telling you, you know, I make sure I do this. You know, I make sure I get my people paid. He's telling me the movie business. I'm literally talking to a movie producer. He's telling me what the movie business is like. I got proof right there. He didn't even know I was recording him. Okay. In the hood world, that could be considered something else. That's that 50 Cent Young Buck shit. You know how 50 Cent recorded Young Buck on the phone? I'm not supposed to be recording those guys on the phone. Hearing that conversation is supposed to be confidential. They don't want their stuff aired out on you know, out like that. That's like meeting a celebrity, right? And you're talking to a celebrity. They don't want you to have their conversation that you're having with them put online. They could be talking to you about anything. Some of them could be a dope fiend. And you could be doing a sale with them. You think they want you to, You know, that's the type of shit that could get you murked. You could get killed. You know, so-called trying to expose a celebrity or somebody that got money and power. You know, if they don't want certain shit out, it's supposed to be meant to be behind closed doors. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I got dirt on a lot of celebrities. I got dirt on a lot of people on YouTube. You know, some of them are sus. You know, but it's not my business to be saying that shit because I don't do that. I don't dry stitch. Even though I'm not in the streets like that. You've seen what I do, you know. Technically, I could say stuff like that because I'm quote unquote a civilian. That's what they say, right? Because I'm a family man. You know, I ain't out there busting my gun and nothing like that. I'm a businessman. You see what I do. You know, I make my bread. I make money. You know, I'm in the business of making money, not losing it, not having cops shake me down, put handcuffs on me and lock me away. I love my freedom. I ain't trying to be behind bars. That shit ain't for me. I seen some of my best friends die. Some of my best friends go to jail. How would that look if I follow their same footsteps? That mean we all fail. One of us got to make it out the hood. I'm the one that did that then because I'm living for them. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't around here to do shit, then guess what? I'm going to carry on their legacy, QB. I'm carrying their legacy on, you know? But shit, the stuff that I know, it all takes place here in LA. LA is the entertainment capital of the world. You could go outside and run into somebody, you know? Look, I used to run into celebrities just by walking outside in Santa Monica. You know, when you're trying to film them, they'll tell you, don't film me. You know, unless you get permission to take a picture with them. Russell Westbrook, it's funny. I was working in Santa Monica one time. I went on a lunch break. Russell Westbrook comes into the business while I'm on a lunch break, gets to take pictures with everybody, right? They posting the pictures of themselves with Russell Westbrook on Instagram. He gave them permission to do it. I was going on my lunch break. I went to go and eat somewhere. I come back to find out Russell Westbrook was there, you know? So that was one opportunity that I missed. Yeah, I saw plenty of NBA players. Nate Robinson, Dame Dollar, Steven Jackson, ex-NBA player. I met a couple. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, hey, it's good entertainment, Brandon, on TV. But the reality of it is, if you ain't willing to risk your life or risk your freedom, I say stay out the streets. If you don't have no reason to be in the streets, don't be in the streets. If you out the hood, then stay out the hood. You know? Why go back to the hood for if you ain't going there just to visit family and stuff? But if you going back there on a block just to prove that you still got it, that you could still bust your gun, somebody gonna end up busting their gun on you. You know, life is precious, man. Don't be out here losing it over something stupid. Now, did you see that video I just showed you with the Joker? You seen how light that foul was? The man didn't even get touched. Okay, the man didn't even get touched.
Lucky to be in the locker room for playoffs and NBA finals.
I'm gonna just fast forward back. Look at it right there.
Can't use a challenge, but Jokic didn't do anything.
They couldn't even use it. See, the guy even said Jokic didn't do anything. You heard the announcer say Jokic didn't do anything.
Jokic didn't do anything.
Nope.
Okay, say it again. Look at that. Look at that play.
And the crowd gets the vision.
All right. He gets to go to the free throw line. That's Edwards right there. That's Anthony Edwards. He gets to go to the free throw line for nothing. Imagine guys like Jordan, what they would get. Look at this play. Who's there to stop Anthony Edwards from going to the basket and get a free call? There is no defenders here. He has a free lane open the basket. See how wide open this game is?
NBA Finals, and
that's what's
he was
up.
paying attention to the way his
This
father
soft-ass
spoke.
NBA, Brandon. Look at this shit.
So
Joker's being like, what the hell did I
can't
do?
use a challenge, but Jokic.
Joker's the last line of defense. He had to run to go and try to defend
Foul was
Anthony
called
Edwards
on Jokic.
because there's nobody there to stop.
And meanwhile,
There's nobody to stop Anthony Edwards from going to the basket. Do you know how much points? Not forget Michael Jordan for a minute. Think of all the other scores. Think of all the guards. John Starks would be averaging about 27 a game with these dumbass rules. John Starks will be looking like a 27 point a game guy. You'd be thinking John Starks one of the best players in the league if he played if he played today, yo. Facts though. It's just too crazy, man. Yeah, man, that's another. Richmond was a shooter, savage, beast, great shooting guard, great defense. He had to get it the hard way back in the day because he had to play rough and physical. If he played now, he could shoot threes all he want. He'd get like fucking 35 a game. He'd be doing like Bradley Beal numbers and probably not even winning games, but he'd still be doing Bradley Beal numbers. Do you understand that we got plenty of examples of that? There ain't no defense in the NBA. You got a clear lane towards the basket. You mean to tell me a guy that his name is Air Jordan, once he takes off the ground, people just sit there and look at him? You mean to tell me if he taking flight in today's league with no defense, he averaging 40? He averaging 40. No, he averaging 40. You seen that? That was nothing. That was literally this. Foul. There was no damage at all. And you got the nerve to have some guys that's supposed to be the best basketball players. They out here flopping. These motherfuckers out here flopping. Why are you flopping when you going to get the call anyway? That don't make no damn sense. The closest guy that could even challenge Michael Jordan is really Kareem. And even Kareem falls short. You're right. But at least he's the closest. At least he has a better argument. It's a better debate for Kareem and Michael Jordan than fucking LeBron and Jordan. Be honest with you. That's just facts. I'd rather debate Kareem and Mike, but nobody want to talk about Kareem. Kareem just get overlooked a lot. You know, Kareem had his flaws. You know, you can make the thing. He played with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, you know, was a top 5 player in the league. And you could say Magic Johnson helped him out a lot because he couldn't score. He's not a per scorer. Kareem can't score like a true scorer, a true one-on-one scorer. He had an unstoppable move, the sky hook, because he was 7 foot tall. But he wasn't a guy that you give the ball to and say, hey, go and create your own shot. He can't do that. Mike could do that. Kobe could do that. Those are per scores. Wilt Chamberlain was a per scorer. You know, despite all those inflated numbers, he still was a per scorer. You could give Wilt Chamberlain the ball and tell him, go and get me some buckets. You know? Yeah, Kareem got a lot of accomplishments, though. He got a lot of accomplishments, though. I ain't going to take that away from him. And that's compatible with Michael Jordan. That's the closest thing you could do. You could do a better debate with that than LeBron James. And I'm not even disrespecting LeBron. I'm just saying it is what it is. You know. Real talk. That's all I'm saying. Now, you do got some guys. LeBron's record's not going to last that long. In today's league, it's not going to last that long. Somebody's going to come along and break that, probably even more easier. Because you got all these guards here, you know. Some of these guards already got more points than they should have. You know, some of LeBron's records, scoring records, are already broken. You know, you got Luka, the youngest player to do this. John Morant, the youngest player to do this since LeBron and Jordan. It's already happening right now before your eyes. So guys are already breaking records. It's not just LeBron James. Plenty of guys are breaking records in today's league. So it's only a matter of time before somebody plays forever and breaks that 38 again. You know, if LeBron really wants to put that thing out of reach and want to stay on that list for a long time, he got to play like 5 more years. He got to get like 40,000. You know, Get like 40,000, because if you retire with 38 something, and I think that's what he's going to do, because that's all he care about is just breaking that record. So if he retires with 38 something, somebody else going to come along and break that a little more faster. Yeah, if he want to hold on to that record, that's the only thing he could hold on to. That's the only thing he got left. You better get to 40 at least. Get to 40. So you could keep that record for a long time so nobody else won't get it right now. You know, because if you keep it like that, somebody going to get it now. Somebody going to get that record. You know, that's a fact. Somebody about to get that record. But what time is it now? It's only 9:44 LA time. See, that's why I'm able to do some of this stuff like that. I'll be on tomorrow live for the Laker game. Depending how I feel, if these people in my job don't drive me crazy, because rich people are annoying. You know, or should I say, people that have a lot of luxuries in life, they're kind of annoying. And you're dealing with a lot of crazy people. You know, all these people walking their little poodle dogs, and, you know, very rich people. And, you know, they get on your nerves sometimes. I got to get headaches from all these crazy people. You know. So,
It was good, man.
What's good, son?
Yeah, I see you cooking, man. I see you cooking as usual, man.
Yeah, always. Always.
Yeah, I just saw the Boston and Warriors game. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah, that was. And Jason Tatum cooking, man. You know.
Yeah, it was. They both did well. It was just like a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals, and they're trying to outshoot each other from the three ball.
He's another guy that's a MVP candidate. Jason Tatum's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, and you got the LeBron fanboys running around cheerleading a scoring record, and your man's not even top MVP candidate.
Jason Tatum is playing better than Jason Tatum is playing better than LeBron James. Nobody told him.
There's a whole bunch of players.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
bro,
he's winning.
He's not even.
You know what Jason Tatum is doing?
Tatum.
He's winning though. Jay, he's winning games.
Of course, Nuggets.
He's putting up numbers and winning games. That's more impressive than putting up numbers and losing.
Yeah, just like Luka and the rest of them, man. Like, it's just laughable, man. The media just wait for him to break the scoring record. I'm like, bro, you're not even top MVP candidate. You have got to be 14 seed real soon, because they're about to go against John Morant and the Grizzlies.
And they're losing close games. It's not like they're getting their breaks beat off them. They're losing close games.
Yeah, it's not as worse as last year. I give them that. Last year was just, oh my God, last year was just a beating of their lifetime.
That game last night had no business being close. They had control of that whole game, and they just let it go.
The Lakers always played like that. The Lakers always play like that, Prince. They will be leading by 10 or 11. Next thing you know, they lose the game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. To me, that's choking and not preserving. You can't hold down the lead. That's an example of choking.
Consistently, yeah, they consistently lose leads.
Choking is not just a last minute thing. It's how you carrying yourself throughout the game. You know, if you can't hold on to a league and keep your team above float, that's an example of choking. Yo, what up, Brandon?
What's good, fellas?
Yeah, it was good. I was telling Prince about the Boston and Golden State game I just watched. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Over time, it was a close game, real close.
But I tell you this much, since I got both of y'all here, it's hard for me to tell who's really an MVP, because everybody's putting up these numbers like that. Only thing
breaking records.
Only thing I could give credit to is the guys that's putting up big numbers and winning games, and that's guys like the Joker, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid is still there. He's like second tier, you know. So stuff like that. Yo, Brandon, who is your MVP?
Right now, it's like you said, it's such a crapshoot. Like, throw it up in the air. Everybody's putting up these big numbers. Like, me personally, I still like Jokic. As much as we talk about there's no great centers in the game anymore, I still like Jokic. So, and they got the best record in the West, I think, in the whole NBA. If I'm correct. Can't remember, but
you might be.
Yeah, I go with Jokic. Yeah, I think they do have the best record overall. But I'm just gonna go with Jokic. But if someone else told me, hey, it could be Giannis, it could be Tatum, I wouldn't put up an argument. Like, it's so close now. Remember back in the day, like, I think, I forget what season it was. I think it was maybe the 2001, no, the 2000 season. Shaq was like the clear cut like MVP. You knew it was going to be him. He was so dominant.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's what I was about to say. Compared to back then, you knew who was going to get the MVP.
Right.
Compared to now, if it was Shaq, we knew it was going to be Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Jordan. We just knew.
Right.
We just knew.
I mean,
Now
even
we
back
know.
then, yeah, even back then it was you had close races, but I'm saying like it wasn't as close like it is today because it's like everybody they don't have to have a great team record anymore. They just put up great stats and they're considered MVP candidates. And like P said earlier, your dominance on the game is not just about individual numbers. It's about elevating your teammates. So
right.
And being a good leader. Well, we live in the era like stats is what considers you the greatest ever. Is your numbers, right? Record.
And leadership is being missing a lot. You know, leadership is being missing a lot.
You saw what Van Gundy was it? Stan Van Gundy said about the NBA players, bro. That shit went viral.
And right. And speaking of that, man. Speaking of accelerating, the Celtics accelerated past the Warriors and got their comeuppance on Golden State though. Boston found their pot on the rainbow. Man, that game was a movie. Back and forth. Warriors
back and forth, yeah.
Celtics came back. They were down 11 and man, it was back and forth, mano a mano, who's going to flinch, and it was Barber. Jaylen Brown was a ghost for 3 quarters. He was dynamite in the fourth and overtime. Jason Tatum, he was in a milk carton early, jacking a bunch of stupid threes, but he started to get his head in the game, played some good defense, hit some dagger threes, and even Al Horford, man, Big Al, man, Al Horford, Jackie Chan blocked everything under the sun, hit some dagger threes. I mean, even Time Lord, Robert Williams, big time.
Jaylen Brown too was pretty good.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown came alive down the stretch. And also even Malcolm Brogdon was an X factor. What you thought about the game, Pete?
That's the thing with the Boston.
That was a good game. That was a highly entertaining game.
It was a movie, man.
It was a movie. It's a finals rematch. You know what? And it's funny because I just got due talking to movie producers. So I come home and I'm watching a movie again. So it felt like that. Yeah.
Prince about to do his version of John Wick or Die Hard, man.
I'm good.
Movies, Kyrie almost
I'm going to show you how you lay out bodies in the front of the scene, man.
Lose by 5.
Bro,
the Suns almost had a horrible ending. I mean, they're up 24. The Nets pulled within 2, but hey, the Suns survived by 5. But Ben Simmons getting ejected. I mean, just craziness in that game, man. Hey, the Suns survived by 5, barely.
And yo, you know who's making the comeback? Nobody told about Miami Heat making a little comeback, ain't they?
Yeah, they're starting to surge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
they're starting to find big bonus. Yep.
Oh yeah. So, G Money, who you got for MVP right now?
It's
Joker, the jokester, Nikola Jokic.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, without the face paint, G Money, without the face paint and shit.
You know what he's doing?
Bunch of tricks up his sleeve, man.
He's putting up video game numbers, but you can't knock it because he's winning.
And he's winning the game, and he's the 1 seed. And he's also playing. He's an underrated passer, can bang in the block. Remember, I think against the Blazers, he only missed 1 shot. That's just cuckoo crazy, man. I mean, can crash the glass, can stroke it from 3 mid-range. He's the MVP to that point, though. And Jamal Murray's not starting to feast a little bit. He's starting to sizzle too. Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And Denver's tough at home. They're very tough, and they're like 15 straight home wins. That team's super tough at home. Man.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
G Money, you saw that Lakers and Kings game?
Yeah, man. That game was uber duper crazy. Man, Sacramento has a lot of grit, bro. That Kings team has a lot of resilience, man.
Man, Sacramento's always giving Lakers problems, man.
They beat them 3 times this year, the Kings.
Yeah, they faced them. I think they faced them 6 times this season, though, right, G?
No, 4. No, only 4. Yeah,
okay.
4. And don't forget, De'Aaron Fox almost hit that 3 that would have swept the Lakers during their season series. It just missed, so the Kings are 3-1 against LA.
Wow.
Yeah, but the Lakers had no business being in the last second after they had control for most of the game.
And then no Sabonis neither for the Kings. Even that's Sabonis.
Exactly. Why is LeBron trying to shoot a clutch 3 at the end of a game that he had control of? I don't mean no
sense. Steph Curry, man. Try to show you could outshoot Steph Curry.
he gives up too much on the defensive end because he keep looking for his scoring numbers. That's why.
Well,
And
that
another thing too, did you know Jokic has 3,686 dishes, most in Nuggets history, surpassing Allen English. Wow.
But they ain't gonna mention that in the media, G Money. It's all about LeBron.
Talk about that.
Hey, G Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's funny you mentioned that. That's crazy. He has the most in Nuggets history, and the Nuggets had great passers. Andre Miller, you thought about Andre Miller too. That's for a center. That's pretty badass. AI, yeah, that's badass, man. That's
Chauncey
crazy.
Billups.
Chauncey Billups, yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man,
speaking of the Nuggets, that 2009 Nuggets team was, oh my God, Melo,
Kmart, Melo, AI. AI was on that team. AI was gone.
He was gone. Yeah,
he was gone. Mr. Big Shot, J.R. Swish. That team was uber.
They would have made it. I think they would have made it to the finals if it wasn't for Kobe. He just ran into Kobe. That's all.
And if they would have made the finals, look, we don't know for sure. They would have been in the Magic. We don't know, but it would have had a good chance.
Yeah, that would have been a good. That would have been a good series, though. I think the Nuggets would have. You think the Nuggets would have beat the Magic?
If I would have to guess, I think so. Yeah.
That would have been Carmelo's first championship, probably first and only. Yeah,
it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
really,
and that's another guy that has a chance to move up on scorers list, but the league won't let him play. He's in the top 10 for scores on the scorers list. You know,
if I get scoring titles, son.
You know, hey, yeah, the league don't give him no play. He ain't gonna get to move up. So it's all about opportunities sometimes with that too. You know, I don't think he cares much about that.
Anyway. You want me to show you the Western Conference, but if I may share the screen, please?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You
already know, honey. This is like your home too, brother. All you got to do is just tell me when you want it put up.
Right. I got it.
Right.
I mean, look how cuckoo crazy the West is. Sorry, my fault. I mean, look how shocking the West is. And did you expect some of these results to happen? You guys see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yep.
Yo, Sacramento
I can see a little bit,
Kings
yeah.
3. Yo, Brandon, the Kings is number 3. Isn't that a shock or what?
What? Yo, I thought they were low than that. That's crazy. I thought they were like 5 or 6.
That's what I thought too.
If I was to say the Kings are going to be the 3rd seed, everybody on here would have been laughing at us, you know, before the season started.
But bro, it's a 14 race for 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that. And even Phoenix is still in the thick of things, and Portland.
Yeah, the Lakers digging a deeper hole for themselves. I don't think they're going to get out of that.
I look at the Lakers schedule, man. This team's gonna struggle, man. They got they have a long ass road trip coming up. They got Indy, New Orleans, Brooklyn, New York, Boston.
Clippers next week.
Clippers next week. Technically, they're at home, but you're going.
Clippers better do something too. Kawhi Leonard taking these. I keep looking at why he's missing load management, injury management. What the fuck is injury management?
That's what Van Gundy was talking about. He's comparing the 90s and this era and saying, what the hell is going on with the NBA?
Imagine, I kind of doubt this, but imagine.
Yo, Brandon, he just made up a new one. I'm sorry to interrupt you, G-Money, but Brandon, he made a new one. A new category, injury management. You heard of load management. Now it's
oh my God. And that's the problem too. That's another thing I like about today's NBA. And I said this time and time again. I told my dad and my uncles this because we have a lot of NBA talks, like barbershop talks. Right. There's so much talent in the NBA today, probably more than any era, thanks to
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like David Stern globalizing the NBA, so now we have guys overseas coming over. But it's just like, and again, they're taking the fun and just the excitement out of the game. We have our best players sitting out for no reason. Kawhi just hit a game-winning shot earlier this year against Charlotte. So why are you sitting out again? We know you can play.
It's just unacceptable and just wrong.
Yeah.
He's sitting out, Brandon, because he don't want to risk getting hurt. I mean, like, if that's the case, if you're that scared, why are you even playing basketball at this point?
Right, exactly.
Acting like this is the NFL or something.
Hurt too. Even if you sit out too, you can also get hurt too.
Yeah, that's true. Throw a chair, exactly. Yep. That's true.
Risk, man.
That's true.
Remember, AD couldn't even play when he had the flu. He just dipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not doing Michael Jordan there. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Yeah, facts. And guys, you know what? guys, you know what I want to say, and I want to end this myth, this sort of myth buster. They keep blaming Greg Popovich for this whole load management thing, but he wasn't doing it to have an effect in the league. He was doing it to preserve Tim Duncan and Parker when they were at their older age.
for the
Now you got
playoffs.
young guys doing that, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you got guys like I'm 35. You got guys younger than me, load management. It's like, yo, get your ass out there and get paid to do what you do. Like, I don't understand it. Like,
Exactly. Even
Yeah.
if your career don't last 20 years, if you manage to
right.
go out there and get a couple of
Man,
chips,
Brandon, they're not trying to do Iverson, Kobe, and Larry Bird and Joe put their whole body at risk to win a game, bro.
No, they're not. And I can respect that. I can respect that. You don't. Not everybody plays for the same thing, but at the same time, look. If I call my boss right now and say, "Hey, I'm not coming to work," that's fine if I'm sick. But if they catch on that I'm doing it just to be lazy, then they're gonna fire me. Like, what's the point? You're a man.
Yep. You
You
can't do
get
that
up to
at
you
work.
get up to go to work, whether it's get up in the morning or go at night, which I do. Go to work, do your job, make your money, and provide a living. That's all you got to do.
Oh, you work at
That is
night,
true.
Brent?
Well, evenings, and I get off like at
Right.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yeah.
You
But
like
imagine,
that type of schedule, or
Oh hell yeah, nigga, I love it. I love it. I love it.
imagine. I kind of doubt this, but imagine somehow the Warriors and the Suns both missing the postseason after being top seeds last year. Imagine that.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But
I was saying that
OKC
G Money, the only team that even living up to their reputation before injuries was the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, now Brooklyn's not starting to go to the red part of the chart. It's starting to slide off a little bit though.
Yep.
Right.
4 in a row. I mean, look where Brooklyn's at right now. Let me bring it up. Now that
Once
Brooklyn-
KD got hurt, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But even then, right? How do you lose to the Spurs if you're the Nets? And how do you lose to the Suns without CP3 and D Book, Landry Shaman, and Cameron Payne?
Oh, that's
That's
sad.
crazy.
Yeah, as
That
good
is
as Kyrie is, he can't do it, man. He can't do it.
No. And right now I'm looking at the number 4. Yeah, the number 4. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Too bad. It's not too
Right.
bad, but
Right.
who knows? If Miami starts to boil, if Miami continues to boil, and Brooklyn continues to slide up the face of the earth, the Nets could go from where they're now to a plane. If they're not
So
careful.
the playing true. Yep.
Oh, hold on. When's the playing tournament? Is it in March?
April
April, yeah. I think it's in April something.
after the
I forget.
season. I mean, I don't like
Yeah.
the plane. Personally, for me, I don't like the plane. I think it's a waste of time. You have 82 games to get yourself to the playoffs. If you fail to get into the top end 82 games, why do you need more games to get in? Come on, man.
As Van Gundy
True.
said, man, this era is just becoming laughable.
Like the Cavs and Clippers got robbed last year. The Cavs won more games than the Hawks. The Clippers won more games than the Pelicans. Why in the fuck do they need to fight harder for a postseason spot? That's just wrong, man,
Word.
and unacceptable.
Yo, G Money,
Let the regular season play out. Yeah,
I'm under the belief if Kawhi don't go to the playoffs this season, you gotta get rid of his ass.
you can
Agreed.
make an argument or
Agreed.
trade, or they gotta blow this. If somehow this team doesn't make the postseason or they don't go deep, they gotta blow this shit up, man.
Yeah.
That's the same they said about the Lakers. They had to blow the whole team again.
Yep.
But I want to ask you, who's been your surprise team in the East to this point, though?
Surprise?
What's
Yeah.
Sacramento? Is it?
No, East.
Oh,
The East. Yeah, East.
I'm going with the Knicks.
Oh yeah.
I'm going with my
True.
Knicks.
You can see
Yeah.
the Pacers were up there, but Indiana's not starting to slide off. Indiana's not starting to.
Yeah, they slid off.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. The Hawks have been disappointing to start, but it's starting to perk up a bit. I thought the Bulls and Raptors have been disappointing, especially the Raptors. I mean, how do you
doubt.
choke an 18-point lead against the T-Wolves?
Well, since Kawhi left, it went all the way down.
Yep.
Come on, only a half game above the Wizards. That's 3 games above the Magic. That's impossible. If you're the Raps, you have Van Fleet, Spicy P, Scotty B, OG,
Hey, yo,
Gary Trent. Come
G-Man,
on.
maybe you could tell me, did Dame Dollar reach another 40-point game again?
I don't think so. No, he had a tough night. He had a tough night though, and so did the whole team. And Portland's not starting to be spotty as of late. Yeah.
See, yep.
So, yeah. Sometimes I don't fall for start of the seasons. I don't fall for that. I usually judge a team like around after All-Star break to make my analysis because we see teams always start off hot and then die off the face of the earth. remember how good the Cavs were last year? They were 35-21 to start last year. And then Jared Allen banged his thumb against the Raptors on an ESPN Sunday game. And then the season pretty much went to the wayside. And they went 9-17 to finish the regular season and end up missing the playoffs. That's why I don't fall for the regular to start. Even the Pelicans were 3-16 to start the season last year. And then they went into the playoffs. And they made the postseason though. Yeah, and the Pelicans were 3-16. They got hot at the right time, made the postseason. Like, I wait till around like after All-Star break to judge a team.
Word, me too.
Brandon, I see you was talking. You was messaging Big Mike. That boy, that boy, a LeBron apologist to the fullest.
Oh, he's just another Nick Wright.
He is
another Nick Wright. He don't go on nothing else if it's not LeBron James. But then, here's the funny part. He got the nerve to say other people talk too much about LeBron, but you go on YouTube just to look for LeBron videos.
The media talks about LeBron all the time.
Right. He sounds like a hypocrite.
That's nuts, man.
Because he is. He is a hypocrite.
Ben Simmons also forgot one. Ben Simmons got ejected. Come on, man. Two, just crazy. James Harden, the Dusty's being like James Harden and Joel Embiid. Man, they look like the tic-tac-toe in the league. The Beard with his 4th trip-double of the year. Joel Embiid just continues to sizzle. 32 points.
Oh yeah, we're doing great this season so far. We're number 3, so yeah.
3, yeah.
I kind of expected, yeah.
Philly's not starting to skyrocket.
Hey, what's your team? Philly?
Yeah, my team's Philly. Yeah, my team's Philly.
Yeah, the 76 is doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. And that's what I wanted. I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But by the way, shout out to Big Mike, man. Even though he a LeBron apologist, anybody
has no help. Prince, come on, man. He's 38 years old, man. He has no help.
He got no help. He got excuses out the window, bro.
Russell Westbrook to step up his game.
You notice if the Lakers win a game, he don't mention nothing about age. Nope.
He got his 30, Prince. He got his 30. He got his 30.
But guys, another surprise team that I don't think we give respect enough. OKC, man. OKC, like, bro. OKC's the Thunderous, man. They're in the play-in, and they're only a half game from 6th, and a game and a half from 5th. Think about that, the Thunder, though.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Should have never left. Katie should have never left.
Wait. The Clippers just went down to 7? I mean, 8 that quick?
No, the 8.
Yeah, the 8th now. Yep.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a big dip. They lose even more. They're going to go down.
They might miss the. Do you know how sad it would be if somehow the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Suns all missed the playoffs? That would be shocking. And like the Thunder get in. Oh, imagine this. I'm not saying it's just a hypothetical. Imagine the Kings, the Jazz, and let's say the Thunder got into the postseason. That'll be uber crazy.
Oh yeah.
That would be crazy.
I don't want to hear no excuses from no Kawhi lovers, because when Kawhi's on there playing basketball, he playing like Kawhi Leonard. So I don't want to hear no excuses. He just got to go. All he has to do is go out there and compete consistently. His biggest problem is staying on the court.
So you think he's gonna play the Lakers next week? You think he's gonna show up?
Well, he said he don't care.
Go out there. The game's on TV. He'll probably go out there. It's on TNT. He'll probably go out there.
That'd be crazy. Him and LeBron to sit this shit out next week.
Yeah, but here's the funny part: the franchise let him get away with that.
TNT, can you flex that game off the schedule, please? If you're TNT, I'm tired of fucking Lakers being on TV, man. What the hell?
That's not gonna end G money, because LeBron's a moneymaker. He makes money from the media.
I know. Sadly.
Yep, he's the cash cow. Yep.
I know. Yeah. Sadly, like them being on Christmas Day was pointless. Like, I know.
Half of those was pointless. G-Man, half of those reporters don't even believe half of the stuff they say about LeBron, but they have to say it because they got to put that money in. They got to make money.
But I want to ask. Agreed. I want to ask you, who's been your disappointing team to this point? Let's say in the West.
Lakers, the Lakers, of course.
Over the Clippers and Warriors and Suns?
Yes, because Lakers got all this roster and they still can't pull it through.
At least the Clippers they've been in the playoff picture for quite some time now, even though they're going down.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
what do you think, Brandon? Who's been your disappointing team in the West?
I would say the Lakers too, but then at the same time, because as long as LeBron keeps stat padding his numbers, it's no surprise that where they're gonna go. So I'll just say from LeBron's standpoint, it's disappointing, but from a basketball standpoint, as far as teams, I'll go with the Warriors. Like, I'm surprised that it's low.
That team is garbage on the road. 5-18.
Dude, I was gonna say, dude, on the road, I'm looking at compared to last year, they were dominant. Now it's like they're out of sync on the road. I don't understand it.
And here's
weird.
what's crazy. I know the Warriors are 17-5 at home. Have you noticed they lost the last 3 home games? Have you noticed that? Like, how do you lose to Detroit, Orlando,
right?
and a short-handed Phoenix team? Bro, the Suns had a G League squad, and you lose to the Suns? Like, think about that. No D-Book, no CP3, no Shaman, no Ayton, no Payne, and you lose to that team?
Yep.
Bunch
At
of role
home.
players.
Exactly. Like the Warriors have had some of the dumbest losses I've ever seen. How do you get swept by the Magic? And
The Magic, I know.
How?
Oh my god.
How do you lose to the Pistons twice? How do you lose to the Pacers without Halliburton?
Oh, G Money, gotta let you know I got your number. So if you ever come out here to LA one day, holla at me, man.
Thanks. You can also send me yours.
You need a place to stay, good hotels. You need to know where to go, where not to go. I got you. You need to meet some people. I got you. Just give me a call.
Thank you. And you can also text me to make sure, all right, man?
All right, no problem.
Thanks. But for me, this is tough. I could say Warriors. I also think the Clippers too. I mean, only the 8th seed with all this talent.
Right.
Come on, you have Kawhi, PG, Terrence Mann, Reggie Jackson, who's been garbage this year. Nick Batum's been duking me this year. Robert Compton been inconsistent. You have all this talent, and this team just unable to figure it out. Like Ty Lue looking clueless out there, man.
A lot of people want Ty Lue fired. Man.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be surprised if they get fired.
Word.
I mean, but I never really saw the hype. Yeah, I never saw the really hype with Ty Lue as a coach. Don't get me wrong, he's a good game. It's like the quarterback position, like the quarterbacks in the NFL. You can be a great game manager, but to get to the point A to point B, I don't see it with Ty Lue. He's like you say, he makes dumb decisions sometimes. He looks lost.
Yeah, a lot of fans want him going, man.
Agreed. And almost forgot to add something to the war. Almost forgot to ask something to the Warriors. How the fuck do you lose to the Hornets one time? How? Like, come on.
Who doesn't lose to the Hornets, man?
Bro, the Hornets, Charlotte's dookie meat, man. Look what the Hornets are. They're 12.
Probably laughing right now with a cigar, man.
Like, come on, man.
Bro, teams like Houston, the Hornets, the Spurs, that should be easy win for anybody.
They should be.
Facts. And Houston almost beat Golden State. They almost did one game.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, the Warriors have kind of been a disappointment. 1, Steph Curry being hobbled. 2, Klay Thompson. Even though he's been red hot in January, he's streaky sometimes. Draymond Green, I mean, he's been up and down all year. Jordan Poole's been streakier than Carwax. Andrew Wiggins being hobbled all year. Even when this team were healthy, this team's been a clusterfuck. Even when this team were healthy. I mean, their bench is horrendous, man. Do you notice that the Warriors are 10-12 in clutch time games this year? In close games, that's impossible.
Oh, Steph Curry. Something's going on with Steph Curry, man.
They should have won this Celtic game today. Boston's a tough team, but the Warriors had that game.
Oh my God, their starting lineup is crazy, man.
Oh, yo, G-Money, tell me what they talking about with John Moran. I keep hearing his name. He's leading in something?
Leading in what?
I don't know. Is it something to do with like dunks or scoring or something like that? Because that
he's not leading the league in scoring.
No, not scoring. It's something. It's some record that people.
It has. I don't really know. Is it dunks? I don't really know.
I think I know what you're talking about, man. He's leading in something. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I'm looking it up right now.
It's something stupid. Something that will make no
sense.
John Moran is stupidly good.
Yeah.
He
is good. I'm just saying.
Maniac beast.
He is good. I'm just gonna say you don't need to be making up extra stats just to try to gloat over it. That don't mean nothing anyway.
And yo, Brandon, imagine, Brandon, you know, he and Knicks fans, right? You might see you guys in the playoffs potentially.
That'll be something interesting. I can't wait.
Philly in New York in the first round will be nice.
That would be nice because honestly, I don't think we match up the greatest, but it'll probably be a fun series.
Yeah,
The
I would
Game
say
7
Philly-
series.
I would say like Philly in 6. Yeah,
We'll probably beat you in 6 or 7. Who knows?
yeah.
Yo,
The way we
Brandon,
play, the way we play. You found it?
Brandon, yeah, it's most
Yo.
dunks than any player in the NBA right now.
Wow.
Oh,
How many
wow.
does he have, Ja? How many does he have?
Wow. So if we having a Ja Morant debate, I could say Ja Morant's better than Luka because he got more dunks.
That
Oh
is
my
so
God.
wrong.
So you see how stupid these arguments is? What I'm trying to make. You know,
Why do you listen to this stuff? Why do you listen to that? You don't need to listen to that.
I don't listen.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
dumb.
crap now. It is
It's just
crap.
dumb.
Yeah, it's like listening to Nick
I
Wright.
love
listen
John
to Shannon
Moran,
Sharpe,
but I
man.
love me some John Moran. But comparing Ja to Luka is so disrespectful and wrong.
No, it's not
It
just
is.
that. No, it's not just that. If you're gonna make a case for John Morant being better than somebody, saying he has more dunks than anybody should be the last thing you say. That
Yeah,
shows
but John Moran said he doesn't fit nobody in the West or the
Yeah.
East. I think, but Boston, if I remember. So
I think
'Cause if we're going by
just
more
valuing
dunks-
stupid things. That's what I'm just saying. You know,
I don't understand this. If we're going by more dunks, is Nick Claxton better than Luka because he has more dunks than him? What the fuck?
Right.
yeah,
well,
it's just a stupid.
G Money, we in an era where that's what's all about. This is the argument for LeBron against Jordan.
It,
You
I
get
guess
it every
it's
single
gonna be-
time.
It's just going to be like a new stat line because they're making this like a stat. I mean, like, what is this? Most dunks? Who
Oh my-
cares? What is that? What does that even do? Like, if I'm making a debate, I'm gonna say, "Oh, this guy better because he got more dunks." What does that even mean?
It's just wrong. It's just
But,
wrong. and
well, like you said,
disrespectful,
Prince,
stupid.
like
It's
John
just a wrong
Stockton leads the NBA
opinion to
all-time
say.
assists, and they might say, "Well, he's better than half the guys in the league."
Right.
Oh.
yeah, records
That's
don't
say he's
mean
better than
nothing.
Steph
Just
Curry,
mean-
all of them.
all
Okay,
records do
example,
mean
Zach
they could be
Levine has
broken.
more dunks. Example, Zach Levine has more monster matches as dunks than Steph Curry. Is Levine better than Steph because he has more dunks?
No.
I'll give y'all this.
Yeah,
what about
like, what's
what
wrong
about
with people, man?
okay, G Money, what about Vince Carter? A lot of people consider Vince Carter to be the greatest dunker of all time.
Wait, what?
Now Vince Carter. Remember Vince Carter, how they'll say he's the greatest dunker of all time?
Yeah, he was a Skywalker. Yeah,
Even though he doesn't have Jordan's vertical leap, but a lot of people say he's the greatest dunker of all time.
but you can make an argument he was. Yeah, you can make
Okay,
an
but
argument he was.
what does
yeah.
that have to do when we ranking all-time great players? What does that even mean?
Yeah, it means nothing.
Nothing,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying
Russell
to say.
Westbrook got more triple doubles than Steph. That makes you
Oh, I hate that stat. Yeah, I hate that.
Man,
He's
Yeah.
better than Steph because his triple doubles is higher.
jeez.
John
Oh,
Stockton
yeah.
got more assists. John Stockton has more assists than Magic Johnson than any point guard in NBA history. Does that mean he's the best point guard?
Fuck no.
Well,
No.
according to this era,
Right.
according to this era, yeah.
But guys, you know what else I hate? You know what I hate too? Or they'll make us something we're talking about these phantom stats they come up with, or like, oh, this guy has the most breakaway steals, or no, most breakaway dunks on Martin Luther King Day. And they'll never say who had the record before.
Yeah.
Like, who had it before? Like, the fuck?
Well, the same thing with
Exactly.
Kareem with the scoring record, and
This is why. This is the reason why I don't respect every opinion. This is why I don't respect every opinion I hear. You shouldn't listen to every opinion you hear because it's stupidity like this. You know, come on, man. Like,
Oh, Kareem had that record, and also this one is the GOAT because he got that record. But Kareem did it
Jeez,
first.
The newest ESPN stat line. Didn't LeBron shoots more 3-pointers on Christmas Day.
So that means
Right.
he's better three-pointer than Steph Curry. So that
I
means he's
hate
better
that.
three-pointer
Oh my
than Steph
God, right.
Curry.
What the hell
Okay,
is this, man?
and they also hated with some all-time greats get shit on. I'm hearing one time I heard, and I love me some Steph Curry. One time, remember Bobby Marks, right? He said Steph Curry was like the
Mhm.
top number 2 behind Jordan all time. What the fuck? Like,
No,
remember
no,
that
no.
shit.
do you know
I remember
how
that
wrong
shit
that
too.
is?
Yeah.
Do you know how
Steph
wrong
Curry
and
after
disrespectful that
MJ?
is?
Oh my God.
I
man.
love me some Steph Curry, but and look, people can have the right to their opinion, but I don't respect an opinion. Like, I
Too
don't
many
listen
red
to
flags
bullshit
for
like
Steph
that. It's just
Curry to
wrong.
be number 2.
What?
Oh yeah.
Too
Like,
many red
what?
flags, man.
Over Hakeem, over Bird, Magic, Brian,
Well,
come on.
yeah.
Curry,
No,
top 15,
this-
20, okay, but not no top 10. Stop.
And
Yeah,
yo,
the-
here's
the-
the
the
funny
Curry
part
fans
about
be
it, guys.
ODing,
Here's the
man.
funny part about it, guys. The same thing goes into LeBron's favor because if I was to tell you Russell Westbrook's better than LeBron because he got more triple doubles, you look at me like I'm
You're
crazy.
like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
WTF?
LeBron
Exactly.
fans are being raised right now, man.
Like
Exactly.
LeBron. Oh, Lord, man.
They're like,
That's why I
Chris is
keep
a
saying
hater,
stuff
man. He don't know
just
nothing
don't make
about
This is why
basketball. He
I
can
get
triple
upset.
and triple
This
doubles.
is why you know what's one of my pet peeves when it comes to sports debates when a person brings up either an irrelevant stat or just lies. Either
hmm
brings an irrelevant stat or just lie. Like, oh my god. Like, come on, man. Like, people either bring up a relevant stat or just lie. That really just boils my broccoli. Like, I'm hearing people one time saying Steph Curry never carried a team. You're just lying. He carried a team
Nah,
last
he
year.
did carry the team. Yep.
He
hmm
carried the team last year. He carried the team in 2015. Like, come on, 2018
Yeah,
he had a
they
good
use
finals.
Kevin Durant
I'm
as
tired
their
of these.
argument.
I'm tired of people discrediting certain players, man.
They're doing
Like,
it with Kareem.
also
Look what they do
people,
with Kareem. They make look
also
at
people
Kareem
Money.
like
say
shit.
Shaq carry
I'm
Kobe. What
sorry.
the
Money.
hell?
He carried the team in 2016. He just choked in the finals. It still was his team.
Exactly. Also, I hear people say Shaq carry Kobe. What? How?
Oh my God, get out of here!
They've
I
been
hate
saying
that
that
shit.
before Kobe died. They've been saying this shit.
Oh yeah, they were
Even
saying that shit too. I remember that. Yep.
You know how
that he
disrespectful
can't win
wrong that
without
is
Shaq
and
and
feather
Shaq
brain it
carried
is?
him.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's disrespectful. Like, I could understand, like, okay, in the 2000s, I remember that 2000 finals,
Yeah, I
you
can
could
kind of
make an
understand
argument,
it.
right? But if you look at Kobe's stats, like, he was getting outplayed by Austin Crozier in the 2000 finals.
Yeah,
That's
he was bad
different.
in that series. And even
You know
in
what I
game
mean?
4, that's true. And even in game 4, Kobe had what, 28 points. They had
28
a
points,
big
right?
offensive rebound to put the Lakers up 3 and hit
Yep,
like
yep,
8 points in overtime. And then
yep.
2001 and 2, Kobe definitely
Oh,
was
he was definitely, yes,
balling.
yes,
But see, that's the
Definitely
thing
yes.
about
01 and
Kobe
2.
though. Like every time I watch the Hall of Famers, the current players, they always pick Kobe over LeBron. I don't know about right now, since LeBron's reaching a career scoring record, it might change. But for a decade, I've been seeing Hall of Famers and current players pick Kobe over LeBron. They were like, how the media, how y'all skipping Kobe? How y'all skipping Kobe? How LeBron passed Kobe?
Yo, Kobe
Every
was
time the players.
Kobe was a top 5 player in the league by the second championship with that.
But this is the
Yep.
thing, though. But this is the thing, Prince. All, like nearly every Hall of Famer, current players always put Kobe over LeBron. The media put LeBron over Kobe. The players put Kobe over LeBron.
Well, see that's I'm glad you brought that up because that's the
That's been
difference.
going on for years.
But check this out: the general public don't have the same type of opinion like the media do for LeBron. You know, there's still a lot of I hear
a lot of players
like,
like, what? You
everybody
passed
got Kobe.
Kobe? How do you pass Kobe? Kobe did this. Kobe did that. Kobe was a killer. You hear them all the time saying this.
Oh man.
They say, I guard Kobe. Kobe was hard to guard. And you hear these dudes arguing.
And they also hate when people just argue to argue. Like you bring a fact, they just argue it. Why? It's a fact.
They got that
It's a
Shannon
fact.
Sharp syndrome, just yelling and screaming and shouting.
Right? Skip. Look at this skip. Like, oh my God, I used to hate that
Don't
shit.
do this, Skip.
Right?
Don't do this. Check out his numbers. He leads in rebound and assist. He leads rebound and assist.
Right. You know what's sad? It's like Google is free. We live in an age where everything's in the palm of your hand. Look it up, go to Basketball Reference or StatMuse, and look up the dang stats yourself.
And
It doesn't lie. The stats don't lie.
Exactly. And I hate when people lie and make all these false ass
I know. When I
narratives.
Googled that,
Like-
Michael Jordan played 9 times 82 games. He has the highest record for that. 9 times.
9 times. Yep. I know what you're
82
talking about.
games. And these guys can't even play 82 games in this era. And y'all talking about this era is better.
Unless you're Mikal Bridges or... And we're talking about Mikal Bridges as a role player. Mikal Bridges, Terrence Mann, Sidney Bay, Buddy Hield. We're talking about role players who can play 82 games. Role fucking players. Other than maybe Jokic, these guys don't play much 82 games. Other than maybe Jokic, though,
Not
these
2
guys are
82
fucking-
games, not 3. God damn, y'all just care better give me a 2 82 games?
Nope.
God damn.
Sad.
And you got Gilbert Arenas, all these guys talking about this is the best era ever. Come on, man. Him, Draymond Green, and all of them talking about the AOL, also about the old technology. What did AOL have to
Didn't
do?
Draymond Green also say the 2016 Warriors, the 79 Warriors with a great team of all time? You know how stupid that sounds?
Yeah, I'm gonna Prince
lost,
put that up
bro.
in
They
one of
lost.
his old videos. Talk about his dude choked. Golden
Like,
State
bro,
choked.
you gagged the 3-1 lead. How the hell are the 79 Warriors the greatest team to ever touch a basketball
You
court?
choked in 2016.
Exactly. If they had won the title, okay, but they didn't. In fact, they
Nope.
almost lost to OKC.
Yep.
That's like
I was gonna bring that up. Yep.
That's why I keep telling people you don't get a title for almost. There's no such a thing as getting something for
Almost.
It don't exist.
Yep.
You know, we could almost do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we don't get it.
Exactly.
You know,
I can
so-
almost win the lottery. Doesn't mean I won.
right.
Oh man. Well, like LeBron
Yep.
could have beat the Mavericks in 2011, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the worst
Yeah.
performances he had in his career too.
Oh, that was horrendous.
The
I admit that was a
2011.
bad series. I admit that was a bad series.
The
Yo, who y'all
2011
got as
Oman.
who's y'all got as because we barely answered this question. Who y'all got as the greatest rebounder of all time?
That is tough. This Dennis
That's
Rodman,
tough.
Bill
That's
Russell.
you got Bill
Right.
Russell, yep, Dennis
You
Rodman.
have Will
Yeah,
Chamberlain up there.
yeah, him too.
Mm.
Man,
I got Will Bellamy. But see, the hard thing is back then they didn't record rebounds, so it's like you had all these players that are left off the list because they didn't record rebounds back then. Yeah, so it's so many.
That's tough. That's a tough.
Yeah.
Man,
That's a tough one. Yeah, that is the era too. They're gonna this is gonna be this argument over the era.
Reggie
Right.
Evans one time late in his career. Reggie Evans used to play for the Nets, Clippers. He was a great rebounder himself.
Mhm.
That's challenging.
Oh, you
If I
got
had
Akeem
to
Olajuwon too. Was a good rebounder.
Yeah, King was good.
Rebounder,
Yeah.
If I had to choose, and this is tough,
Charles Barkley was a great rebounder too.
Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give a slight edge towards
Well, Rodman.
Rodman.
Rodman
As
did
a
Rodman
Rodman.
have seven rebounding titles or something like that. I was looking up.
Wait, who? Rodman?
Yeah,
Let me check.
7 rebounds. Something to do with the 7. Something with the with a number 7.
Now, Dennis Rodman is a very famous name when you talk about rebound. Did you know he's
Yeah.
not number one on rebounds? You know who's
Yeah,
number one on
Rodman won
rebounds?
7 times.
It has to be
7
Bill
straight
Russell.
back.
Bill Russell has to be number
Facts.
1 probably.
No.
No. Rodman won 7
Chamberlain's number
straight
1.
rebounding titles. Think about
Walt
that.
Chamberlain
7
on this
straight
list.
from
On this list,
1998.
Jay?
Crazy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Rodman do got 7, right?
7 straight. Yeah, 7
God damn.
from 90 to
Damn.
98. Crazy.
And Jay on this
Shit.
list is Walt Chamberlain as number 1 leader in all time.
Number 1.
rebound.
Of
Yep.
course,
Bill
Will
Russell.
Chamberlain, the video
Yep.
game character.
I'm looking at it too. It's Wilt.
Bill
2 is
Russell,
Kareem. 3 and Elvin Hayes. I forgot about Elvin Hayes. Damn it, I forgot about
Elvin
that.
Hayes underrated. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. But
Underrated.
then you notice,
3 Kareem.
but here's my
4
point though.
Elvin Hayes,
All
5
3 of those
Moses,
guys are on that list,
10
but
Duncan,
nobody
number
barely.
6.
But look, let's check this out. 3 of those guys are on that list, but nobody barely says those guys are the greatest rebounders of all
I
time.
even can bring it right
Will
now.
most
Of
likely
course.
say
Nope.
they will
Of course
most
they
likely
don't.
say like Dennis Rodman or something. See, that just goes to show you that the records still don't prove nothing. It's just made to be
Right.
broken. You know.
Yep.
I don't think nobody's getting that 7 rebounding titles anytime soon, man.
No.
They try to get the all-time rebounds.
But I tell you this much: that all-time scoring leader record that LeBron gonna get, somebody gonna break that probably in like 10 years if the league keep going the way it is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2K,
Yeah.
NBA 2K, man.
Yeah. Because right now, there's already guys breaking LeBron's records for young players. Like the youngest player to do this since LeBron and Jordan. There's guys
Oh,
already
they gonna-
doing that now.
they gonna hide
Look at
that
this,
shit,
guys.
man. They
Tim
gonna keep that
Duncan,
on the
number
rug.
6 in rebounding. Carmelo, number 7. Parrish, number 8. KG, 9. Superman,
Robert
Dwight
Parrish
Howard,
was a
10.
great rebounder.
Oh yeah, he was a hell of a great rebounder.
Nate
Yep.
Thurman, 11. Walt Bellamy, 12. Hakeem.
Yeah, I brought up Walt
Wes
Bellamy. Yep.
Unseld, 13. Shaq, 15.
Of course, Shaq
Is
on
there a
that.
way I can show you the rebounding list? How can I do that?
I don't know. Just
Because
click on
every
that
time I
option that you get right there, and
I-
you get one right there, right? The one that says in purple or whatever. Just click on that.
I tried, but every time I do that, it just doesn't show it to you guys.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. It's only showing the first 3, right?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
show you all of it to see what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Crazy. Let me try something now. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, you know who's gonna be on that list too? The guy that you got right there in that picture. Joker gonna be on that list real quick.
Oh, big
Especially
time
in
facts.
today's league.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
He gonna be
So
on that
Joker,
list.
Joker might be the face of the league. That's what y'all trying to say, man.
No, we're
No,
talking
no,
about
I'm just
No,
rebounding.
rebounding. Yeah, rebounded.
Nah, I ain't
Ooh,
going
but
that
let's
far.
look at assist leaders. Let's look at assists.
Should be John Stockton number 1, I believe.
John Stockton, I think, and then Magic.
Yeah, John Stockton number 1. J Kidd number 2, CP3 number 3.
Oh wow,
Nash number
CP3.
4.
Holy
Chris
shit!
Paul's on the list. Really?
Mhm.
You know, I knew he was on the list. Yeah.
And look, stop this for a minute. Go back up there. G-Man, can you go up real quick?
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of those guys got 0 championships.
Nope. Exactly. Just like you said, Pete. These stats are they have no substance. I mean, they tell a story, but don't tell the full story. Because Magic ain't up there, and Magic got 5 titles.
Agreed.
Like what the
Agreed.
fuck?
And Magic is regarded as the greatest point guard of all time. But yeah, he's not on this list. That just goes to show you what I'm saying.
Nope.
And this how they
Or
do
guess
the
what?
debates, man.
Right. Or Bob Cousy. Where's Bob Cousy on that list?
Bob
The fuck?
Cousy, let me check. Bob Cousy right on this list. Bob Cousy is 20th.
God. Well,
20th.
Oh, he's
Magic
20.
is 7th behind LeBron.
okay, so I guess
Yeah, LeBron
but
just
still.
surpassed him. Yeah, I seen that.
Russ is 11. Russ is only 31 assists away. Russ is 32 assists away from surpassing Gary Payne for 10. He'll get that.
Oh
Yeah.
Well, guess what,
And-
G-Money? They're gonna say he's better than Gary Payton in today's
yeah. Right,
world.
and that's a lie. And that's a lie. That's a phony lie.
The bad basketball player in the glove.
Hell no.
And look, Jason Kidd played basketball for eternity.
Mhm.
John
Yeah,
Stockton
he
was in the
did.
league for eternity. Steve
Yeah.
Nash, he peaked very late in his career. All these guys played very long. So these are just records if you play basketball for a very long time. And they've been chasing the
Right.
championship and losing constantly. So of course
Mhm.
Come on, there was too many lions in the court, man. They were not gonna win, man. Tim Duncan, Kobe, Shaq. There was too many, man.
Yep.
Fast. But man, and speaking of Lions, the Warriors Celtics game, there was Lions that were roaring for both teams, man. I mean,
I'm not
that-
surprised. The Celtics, their starting lineup, G-Money, is just insane.
it is.
The starting lineup for the Celtics, I
It is.
told dudes that even if you throw bodies at Jason Tatum, what about everyone else? Jaylen
got-
Brown,
Mhm.
Smart.
You got Smart. at the
Smart.
one.
Marcus Smart. Yep.
You got all
Yeah,
these
Smart
guys
at
that
one.
could
I
play
think
make
Jaylen
and they
Brown
could
at the
shoot
2.
just like
Tatum at the
Tatum.
3. Al Horford,
Al Horford.
at the 4. Time Lord at the 5. Wow.
Their starting lineup
Wow.
is crazy, bro.
That is a crazy lineup.
This team is scary. 8 straight W's, man. If they can just get healthy, continue to get healthy, and they've been a much more clutch team as far as close. They're what in now? 13 and I think they're what? Let me check. I think like 14 and 5, whatever in clutch. Let me check clutch stats. Give me some time.
And with all that said, yeah, the Celtics are good.
I mean, look
Still
at
got-
this. They're 14 and 5 in the clutch now.
Wow.
Think about
14 and
that.
5.
Wow.
They got to prove themselves in the postseason though, because you did lost to the team you beat today is the team you lost to.
That's true.
That's
and they were up
true,
2
but-
games to 1. Don't forget, the Celtics were up 2 games to 1 last year until they lost 3 in a row.
Nah, what killed the Celtics
That's
was
the
the
biggest stage
turnovers
there is.
and Jack
turnovers,
too many
yeah.
threes.
Yeah.
Threes, right.
And missed free throws.
That
Yep.
killed the Celtics, man.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
did
when
a
they were
lot of-
utilizing the mid-range game, they were doing fine. But like to Jay said, they kept shooting a lot of threes when they didn't need to.
And they were
Yeah.
missing
Yep.
threes, and turnovers. And here comes Steph Curry dropping 3-pointers.
And Klay Thompson, too.
Yep.
And Jordan Poole. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Klay Thompson got fouled out, G-Money, today, man. I
Yeah,
thought he got
that changed the factor. That played a factor, yeah. And, bro, Boston almost gave this game away. Weren't they up like 8 with like 36 seconds to go? And the Wolves
yeah.
pulled from 3.
G Money, is Larry Market in the All-Star this year?
You can make a case, yes. Laurie
Oh, really, Larry
should be an
Markkanen?
All-Star, yes. For the Jazz, Laurie Markkanen should be an All-Star, yeah. This year.
So
I mean,
okay,
look with the
give me
Yeah.
your starting lineup for the. Oh, but I can't even do the East or West no more. I mean, they took that away. So let's just
look at
say
this. The Jazz are top 6 in the West. Who would have thought that?
okay. So give me your okay. Let's just say the Western Conference is still old school way. Give me 5 guys that you'll do for an All-Star game in the Western Conference.
Oh, for this year, my 5 starters for this year.
Yeah.
If I just do All-Star starting 5 for this year, Jokic at 5, Jokic at the center, obviously.
Okay.
This is tough. I
Picking in
would
the West, by the
say
way.
I would say Luka at the point guard, Luka at the 1.
Okay.
Number 2, man, this is challenging. Oh, good God, let me smile.
You may have to do like Ja Morant as a combo guard or something.
I made to put Ja at the 2. I'll put Ja at the 2. Luka could play the 2, but I'll put Luka at the 1.
Oh, well, let me ask you this: Does Kawhi
How
deserve
about
to be?
this?
Does Kawhi deserve to be an All-Star?
This season, iffy for me. How about this? I'll put Ja at 1, Luka at 2. Now I need a Jokic at the 5, which is the center. I need a small forward and a power forward. Small forward.
Paul George.
I'll probably put Paul George at the 4. Paul George at the 4. Now I need a small forward.
LeBron or power
LeBron.
forward.
I got the LeBron up there. Yeah.
So hold up. Are they still doing that team LeBron versus team KD?
I don't know.
Because KD's out.
Yeah. Let me try the East, and I think the East will be much more simple. If I could do the 5, I'll put Embiid at the 5, obviously, because I'm tight. I would put Jason Tatum at the 3, small forward.
Nice.
Shoot, this is wow.
Donovan Mitchell.
Power forward. You can say Spider Mitch at the 2, yeah. I will say KD at the 4, and then my point guard. That's tough. My point guard, I would say no. I can't forget Giannis though. Let me change. I put Giannis at the 4. I love KD. How about this? KD, no. I'll at the 5. I would say Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid at the 5. Giannis at the 4. I would say KD at the. How about this? KD at the 3.
Okay.
Man,
if KD comes back.
If KD comes back, but I think he'll be back by that time. I think he'll be back by that time. Shooting guard is tough. I would say Spider Mitch at the shoot. Okay, Tatum at the 2, and would you put Spider at the 1 because it's more of a shooting guard?
Yeah, position.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Positions. Yep. Okay, so Spider 1, Tatum 2, KD 3, Griffey 4, and Embiid 5.
Yeah, ooh, nice. That's a good one. Yeah. Yep.
The NBA is pretty much positionless right now.
Yeah.
No, they
pretty much.
Out. Yeah.
So Prince, think AD's coming back for the All-Star game?
I have a feeling, I have a weird feeling that he's going to come back, but I don't think he's going to make the All-Star team. I doubt it.
Well, technically, Kawhi Leonard and AD are All-Stars. We all know that, but the question is, do they deserve to be named All-Stars?
These guys are not durable for shit to be in the All-Star.
They're not.
Man.
But do you think I love Steph Curry? Do you think Steph Curry should be an All-Star? I know Steph Curry's had a great
another
year.
injury prone Steph Curry.
But do you think Steph Curry should be an All-Star? Because Curry's missed 14 games. Curry's been injury prone this year.
Well, if you put him in an All-Star game, don't let him start. I'll let Dame start over him.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get him by name alone, so yeah.
Yeah, just let him be in the second unit. That's all.
Yeah, and I agree. I love it from Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a beast, but Steph Curry's kind of injury prone. You kind of notice it.
Yeah.
Last year, 18. He missed 18 games.
That's why the Golden State is just throwing off right now.
Yeah, hang on. Curry missed 14 games this year. He missed 18 games last year. 2020, he missed 60 games. That year missed. 2018 missed 31. Curry. 2019 is 13. Curry's a great player, but Steph is kind of injury prone. You notice that.
Yeah, but that's it. This is the greatest ever. How Draymond Green puts it. The greatest ever.
And Draymond Green's injury prone too. We noticed too. Draymond Green.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's built like a number 2 pencil.
And Klay Thompson. Klay can't even play back to backs anymore.
He can't.
Yeah, so you did.
Well, he's getting older too. Yeah.
The only All-Star on the Warriors is really Steph Curry.
Oh, really? So Klay Thompson not an All-Star?
Not to this point.
No, not to this point in his career. No.
And he's a future Hall of Famer? Oh, that's weird.
No, Klay is a Hall of Famer, but right now, even though Klay
right now.
We're just talking about right now. Klay is not an All-Star this year. I know he's had his moments this year.
Wow.
I know Klay Thompson has turned things around, but this isn't Klay Thompson pre-injury. He's not. All right.
I don't get it though. So this just proves my point. You come back from injuries and you're just not the same anymore.
I mean, he's not the same anymore. He still has his moments. Yes, but it's not the same Klay Thompson, which he can light it up from three and can lock you up on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's true. Oh, he was a beast defender. Like I always tell people, like he's like one of the best two-way players at the two. Well, before the injury, yeah.
Agreed. Some people say Devin Booker should be an All-Star. I love Devin Booker, but not this year. He's missed too many games this year.
Yeah, missed too many games. That's another one.
He was
Yeah.
sitting out today too. He was sitting out tonight.
He's been out. He hasn't played since Christmas. We're in January. And also, what about SGA? SGA should be an All-Star for the Thunder. This SGA should be an All-Star. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he should be an All-Star this year. SGA.
Oh yeah.
Big time. Look at the
he got
Thunder
snubbed.
No, he didn't get snubbed yet. What?
You said SGA. Oh no.
SGA.
Yeah. Okay.
He should be an All-Star.
He should be an All-Star. Yeah.
If he doesn't make the
That's
All-Star
crazy.
team, he's crying.
Klay Thompson not an All-Star. Wow.
No, we're talking about this season.
This season, bro. Yeah.
If SGA does not make the All-Star team, it's a freaking robbery, man. Look where OKC's at right now. And he's averaging 30 plus. Look where OKC's at right now. They're in the play-in. And they're only half game from 6.
That shit is funny. KD, LeBron left those teams and they're doing better than them. Interesting. OKC, Cavaliers.
Did anyone their wildest dreams thought the Thunder and the Jazz and the Kings would? Did anyone thought the Kings and the Jazz would be higher than the Warriors and the Suns and the Clippers? Nobody.
Nope. Never in a million years.
Did anyone thought the Thunder would have the same record as the Warriors and a better record than the Suns and tied with the Clippers and T-Wolves? Nobody before the year.
Yo, Zion would have been
an All-Star. Excuse me?
Zion was going to be an All-Star.
Oh, big time. Zion was an All-Star. Zion was dogging the league until he got hurt. Yeah. De'Aaron Fox should be an All-Star. To me, De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis should both be All-Stars. You can argue.
Oh, yeah. Zion Williamson getting no contact, pushing people out the way. There's nobody there to really stop him.
Big ass motherfucker, man. Zion.
You can't put a body on him.
Freak.
If that's the case, he could go to the free throw line. So there's no defense for he could do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants, exactly.
So, but hold up. So what if you put Giannis on him?
Huh?
Giannis is a freak of nature.
Giannis is a freak of nature. Giannis can hold him, because Giannis
Giannis can hold him.
Yeah, but Giannis is called the best player in the league. But part of it, he got little resistance. Who gonna stop him?
Bro, are you talking about as far as like trying to with the rules and everything? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't.
Do you think Dame should be an All-Star this year? Do you guys think Dame should be an All-Star? Damian Lillard?
He's putting up good numbers, but his team is not doing so great. Well, that doesn't matter. It's an All-Star game.
Yeah, I think he should at least.
I will put Ja Morant and Luka before him, though. If I'm doing the start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. There's players before him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow, that Grizzlies team is scary. 11 straight wins, which ties a franchise record. They got the trash ashless Lakers to the next game.
That's why Ja Morant's ego's through the roof now.
But then he also say remember the game before the Warriors. He said that the Grizzlies were not scared of anyone in the West. Oh, I'm not worried about nobody in the West. I love your job, but shut your pie hole until you actually win a championship.
Thank you.
Oh man!
I was arguing with somebody earlier.
Golden State embarrassed them too. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I was arguing with just some clown on YouTube. I was at work, so I didn't have time. But I just tried to end it in one argument. He was like, "Oh, Ja's first 4 years in the NBA was better than Iverson's first 4 years." I'm like, no, it was not.
What?
That is yeah. I'm like, what?
You know how much of a beast Allen Iverson was? I mean,
hold up. He was like his whole measuring stick was the 3-point percentage. But I'm like, first of all, 3-pointers were the big thing in Iverson's time, and it was the perimeter defense was harder. So it's like you can't use 3-point percentages as a measuring stick. Then he goes, "Oh, he averaged better points per game." I'm like, AI average 23 is rookie year. So there you go.
He shoots threes. He's not even a good 3-point shooter.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me bring up AI right now, and
that's weird.
Let me bring up.
G-Money, you know this already. You know this. We know the answer. So it's crazy. I didn't want to discuss it at first, but it was just on my mind all day.
3-pointer? That's the
Let
same.
me bring up AI's stats right now.
AI was a problem one-on-one too. He's a better.
Yeah, Kobe said if he was his side, he would have been a problem in the entire NBA. Kobe said that.
AI. Let's look at AI's first 4 years. Let's see.
This is first 4 years. Yep.
First 4 years: 97, 20, 24, and 8.
Like, I use
98
pointer as just a justified
99, 27 and 5. Not 2000, 28 and 5. What's he talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
You go pick
But-
80s and 90s and 2000. They were not shooting that many threes like that compared to now.
24 and
Yo,
8
but
and 97.
I would tell you this much:
22
John
and
Morant
6,
and
yeah.
Three pointers.
Yo, but I would say this though: John Morant and Allen Iverson do got something in common. They were fierce. John
They're
Morant-
fierce, right? That's what I told her. I'm like, that's the only thing they have in common. He kept saying to me, "No,"
Iverson
he
was
said,
killer,
"John
man.
Morant, he's a better passer, better defender." I'm like, hold up. First of all, better passer, that's out the window. Better
That's a
defender,
lie.
hell
Iverson
no.
could pass
Nope.
and everything.
AI
It's
was
just
a
that
better
is his height.
Right,
AI led the league in steals. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
3 times.
He tied Jordan with that shit. Jordan did the
Yep.
same.
And let's look at John Morant. Let's see. His in 2020, 18 and 7, 2021, 19 and 7, 2022, last year, 27 and 7, and then this year, 27 and 8.
Yeah, he gave the Lakers problems, bro.
Gave 'em
Allen
problems.
Iverson, oh
Yep.
my God, bro.
So let's see.
He gave Shaq
John
Kobe
Morant's averaging
problems.
7
man.
assists per game. Let me check AI.
No, he didn't do nothing with. No, he told you Shaq was the problem, but him and
AI
him
averaging
and
6 assists per game. Okay.
yo,
Mhm.
but no, Allen Iverson and Kobe were going at it, shot for shot. That was a battle.
No,
Yeah.
they were.
That could've-
They
Yeah,
were.
they were
Yeah.
going at it. Yup.
That could have
Yeah,
went either
that would
way.
be, yeah.
The X factor was Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, he was abusing Tumbo.
I'm telling you, because of Allen
Abusing him.
Iverson's height. If he was like Kobe's height, it would have been a wrap.
And back then, Shaq was able to elbow you and turn around and dunk on you.
Yep.
No big
Yes.
ass elbows hitting you. You know you ain't going to.
You got a bear coming at you, man.
Yep.
Right.
Hit
And
you in that
okay.
spin cycle with that big elbow. Shaq was a
Shaq
big
was
boy.
Hell yeah.
Shaq was a man child at that time.
Huge.
Y'all realize they changed the rules because of Shaq, right? The 3-second violation.
Oh yeah, the 3 second. Oh yeah, that's why they took it out. Yeah, he was killing people. Killing Alonzo.
That's
Ewing,
why
all
Shaq
of them.
said that's why
Mhm.
Shaq's ego stood out talking about he'll torture this era's NBA.
Rick Smith dealt with that pain too. Kenny
Yep.
Martin.
Rick Smith. Yep.
Rick
Yep.
Smith, Kenny Martin, a whole lot of guys couldn't stop the Divs on the paint. Vlade Divac,
Yep.
Tim Duncan, David Robinson. Man,
And y'all know Jordan
Yep.
scored 64 points on Shaq, and
Well, we
every
know
time he drove to the basket, he had to put up with and feel Shaq's body. You know, feel that
Mhm.
contact.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't no
He
joke.
blew past Shaq. We saw the clips, man. Jordan blew past Shaq and Perry like
AP,
a hot
AP.
butter, bro.
What's
Yeah,
up?
you can make an argument as far as like all-time great shooting guards. MJ had to face some of the biggest centers. Patrick,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Kevin
that's-
Duckworth,
Yup.
Mhm.
Poster.
fucking Alonzo, fucking yep.
And you
Who
know,
else? He
you
had
know
to
how hard
face
that is, Brandon?
Poster, man.
Brandon, you know how hard that
Yeah.
is to do when they camping out in the post waiting.
They're
for you?
camping out.
They
Yep.
make their
Sean
hammer
Bradley.
down.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sean Bradley. What's like the big guy? George Marathon. Those behemoths he had to face.
Yeah, they couldn't
Right.
measure up to Jordan's high flying. Jordan's just jumping over 7-foot centers and shit.
Lambier, yeah.
Lambert.
Rob
Mark
Parrish,
Mark Eaton. Robert. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yep. Crazy.
Right. Who do you think had the most competition between LeBron, Kobe, and MJ in your opinion?
Oh, we already know the answer to that, man. Jordan
Yeah.
Kobe had the most competition. They
Yeah, but you
eliminated
gotta
more
pick one.
50.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick
Hold
one.
on.
Yeah.
It's different though, because you gotta look at it differently. If you're talking about teams, then it's Jordan.
Okay,
and
yeah,
Kobe.
let's try team competition.
Well,
competition.
Kobe eliminated more 50-plus win teams than LeBron and Jordan.
In
That
a
I know.
tough West, we're talking about here.
Yeah,
Kobe eliminated 50-plus win teams
I
more
would
than
say
both of them.
I would say you
But
gotta
Jordan
go
eliminated 60-plus win
Yo,
teams.
JP's about to talk. You know?
I would say 1 and 2. You gotta go Kobe and Jordan either way. You can go either way with that for teams. LeBron to be third either way. You know,
Was he what 3 was it 10 and 9 was it for the 50-plus win teams for LeBron?
but yo,
And
playing
Jordan's
in the
mad
West,
low.
playing in the West all your whole career like Kobe did, that's hard.
Kobe's
Yeah.
50-plus
Yeah.
win team record. Oh my God! The
Had
teams
it-
he faced.
I mean, Jazz, Kings. Look at the Kings. Jazz, Kings, Thunder,
They ain't gonna mention that, huh? The media.
Mavs, Blazers, Spurs,
Yep.
Suns. Sheesh, a
'Cause
gun.
they always used to argue for
Rockets.
LeBron that he faced more competition.
LeBron was
Yep. The
beating on
Sonics
teams-
when they were around.
Sonics, yeah.
Brandon, LeBron was beating on teams below 500. You know that, right?
Yep.
Right.
He's 10 and 9. LeBron is 10 and 9. Low ass record.
Against who? 500 teams or better? Against who?
I think it was the 50-plus win teams. compared to Jordan and Kobe.
Even his first, even LeBron's first trip to the finals, he only beat one team above 500. That was
And that was the
Detroit
Pistons.
Pistons.
That was the Pistons. Yeah.
Pistons, yeah.
And Kobe was what 27-10.
Kobe was facing 5 teams above
27
500 in
and
the
10.
first round.
Yep.
And Jordan was
First round.
20-10.
Yeah, when LeBron faced the Wizards, I think the Nuggets. Yep. Yeah, when LeBron was facing the Wizards, the Wizards were like what? They were like they had a tied record, 500 record. Yeah, so it's like.
And the Nets 2-07, 500.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant was with 27-10. That shit was crazy.
Sheesh. If I had to choose at the most competition, I would give a slight edge towards Kobe as far as team wise. Slight edge towards Kobe as far as team wise. Then I would say Jordan and then LeBron. What about position competition? How about that? Position competition.
Well, the shooting guard, power forward.
Yeah, because yeah. LeBron plays small forward, yeah.
Yeah.
So that well, Jordan eliminated more 60+ win teams.
No, but we're
He's
talking
72.
about position as far
Positions.
as player position, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's the tough one.
Because you gotta understand something about Jordan's era. A lot of those guys that they were playing today, they would have these type of numbers that you see now.
Right.
So
Yeah, the
the fact
2K
that
numbers,
they
man.
played, the fact they played in
Yeah.
an era where offense wasn't the main, wasn't handicapping everything. Everything was split. 50.
True. True.
Different. So it's hard.
And don't get me wrong, as much as we like we camp on LeBron. Now LeBron, he's faced some good small forwards too. That's what I'm saying. It's tough.
Durant,
It's tough.
Tatum,
Right, yeah.
PG.
Yeah,
San
Paul George from
Antonio.
the Pacers. Yeah.
To me, I say LeBron has the most player competition out of all three, if I had to be honest. I say
I
LeBron.
agreed.
that's-
Agreed.
Player
That's
competition.
only.
No,
That's
I'm
only
talking
if you're looking at it. If you're looking at
Yeah.
it towards the eras, though, but it's hard. That's why I was keep saying it's hard.
So it's going from
Because
Jordan to be
some of those
80s,
guys-
90s.
Hold on for a minute, Jay. Some of those guys that LeBron is playing with, they won't probably be all stars in the 80s and 90s. But I could tell you this much: those guys that played in the 80s and 90s, a lot of them would have been all stars now because there's
Hell
nothing.
yeah.
There's nothing.
I mean, more
There's nothing
likely,
to
yeah.
stop-
Probably, yeah.
There's nothing to stop them from being an all-star. They could score.
Yep.
So, man, Clyde Drexler probably an average 30 a game if he played in today's league.
Oh
Clyde's
hell yeah,
underrated,
Clyde.
very underrated.
Yeah,
Reggie
so
Miller, Penny Hardaway.
so it's
Yep.
hard.
Joe Dumars. Oh my God.
Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the guys LeBron played against, I think they definitely would have been all stars in the past too. Kevin Durant, he'd be an all star in any era.
Paul Pierce,
Yeah.
Paul
Duncan.
Pierce too.
Yeah,
LeBron
Tim
Kevin
Duncan,
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, yeah. Especially
Paul
KG.
Pierce, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on Paul Pierce. I don't know. I think that's
Really?
a 50-50.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
I'm not-
struggling against. I was just watching him struggling
Yeah, but
against
and that's
Washington
another guy
Wizards.
LeBron up
Jordan.
against too in his position. Paul Pierce.
But I remember Paul Pierce was getting done in by a 39-year-old or 40-year-old Michael Jordan.
Yup,
So I'm
I
not-
did.
No, I remember that the
I saw
Wizards,
it.
yeah.
I
So,
saw
yeah.
that shit on YouTube. I was watching that.
Yeah, so I'm
This
not
dude
too
was
sure.
struggling, bro.
I'm not
Kawhi
sure either.
Leonard. I'll be fair with LeBron. Kawhi Leonard too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Kawhi Leonard would be a
Kawhi-
good all-star in any era. Kawhi Leonard
He
could
would.
play defense.
Yeah.
Depends on their
He
could play
durability.
defense.
That's another thing. Their durability, their injury prone. They can
Right,
play
and it-
82 games. So
Right.
plays
And
within
the pace,
context.
yeah. And the pace was much faster in the 80s, so yeah, well, that would be a fact.
That's what they
too.
well, LeBron played more 82 games to face that much competition.
Yeah.
He only did it one time his whole career.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Right.
right. And Brandon,
You know,
I
You know who I would say out of number one out of that G Money? I have to get that. I had to get that to Kobe because Kobe played in the middle of both eras, 2000
Yup.
and the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. He played in
90s,
both. Yep, that makes
both
sense.
eras. Yep.
So
Yup.
I would say Kobe played the most individual competition because he played against Mike
That's
Allen
true.
Iverson.
Yeah, you're right.
that's
against
true.
LeBron
AI,
a lot.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
say Kobe.
Maverick, San Antonio, you name it. LeBron.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
There's
Kobe
also
splits
Mine
both eras.
Ginobili. Mine
He
Ginobili
split
in
both
there. Yeah.
eras.
Yep.
So,
Hey G, you was gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say. What is one of the best play? I know we're in January, but what is one of the best playoff games you ever watched? One of the best playoff games you ever watched?
We're talking about ever?
Yeah,
Ever?
One of the best. One of the best.
That's a hard one.
it is hard because like I said, I've been watching basketball since since Jordan's second three-peat. So I gotta say, from then on to now, one of the best playoff games I've seen was I gotta say, and I don't like I'm not a big Lakers fan, but Robert Ory's game-winning shot versus the Kings. That was a good one.
Oh, I remember that game. The Kings
Remember that one?
24.
They're up by 24 points. Yes, that was a good one.
Chris Webber and all that.
Chris Webber, yep.
Yeah, and Vlade tipped the ball back, which was stupid.
Tipped the ball back, it was stupid.
That was dumb. He should have grabbed the ball. And then Robert Ory made him pay.
Yep.
Game 4,
It was hard, that's a hard one.
I mean, and that my pick, the pick I just named, that was from a non-bias. Like, if I had to be biased for a fan, like Sixers fan, I'll say AI's game. I want to say his game 1 versus the Lakers. I would have to say too.
He got the 48 piece on LA.
Yeah. So yep.
When he tormented Ty Lue, broke his ankles.
Broke his ankles.
He had what? 30.
He stepped over him and shit.
And AI came out razor sharp with a 30 piece in the first half. Yeah.
It was a problem, bro.
He didn't score. He did not score. He did not score till like maybe about 5 minutes in that overtime game, and he just went off crazy. Right. So yeah, those are my picks.
Yeah,
that was.
What for me? And let me think. There's a lot.
Right, there's so many.
It depends on the era too.
What about Spurs, Mavericks, and Spurs 2006 Game 7? Remember when Dirk had the 3-point play?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
He just squeezed
that was crazy.
That was a bad foul by Ginobili. That was a bad foul. If he just doesn't touch in the Spurs, at least have the ball up by 1. They were down by 20 in that game. San Antonio, they were getting whacked by 20 and came back to lead by 3. That was a crazy game.
That was a crazy game. Yep, I forgot about that one too.
Even another game, and I don't think people talk about this game enough. Suns and Lakers 2006 Game 6 when Tim Thomas drilled the 3-center over.
Drilled 3-point. Yes. Yep.
That was underrated though. And Kobe had 50 in that game.
50 in that game. Yeah.
If the Lakers had to grab a rebound or Thomas just missed a shot, more than likely the Lakers would have won the series.
Like one next years. Yep.
And they would have played the Clippers, and who knows.
And Tim Thomas is underrated, bro. If we got to talk about underrated players, Tim Thomas, he could shoot. He was explosive. He had a long wingspan. He could defend. Yo, he was a nasty dude.
Very underrated. Can put the ball on the floor.
Yeah,
man. Let me think of another game that was.
There's too many of them for me. It's too hard for me. So too many of them.
Ooh, you know who also? You know who a problem that nobody talk about? Moses Malone.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
Moses. Moses Malone. Man, that's Black Pearl right there. He's been another guy that's an all-star.
Oh, he'll kill it today. He'll kill it today. But he was the catalyst to our '83 championship. As much as we love Dr. J, we got a statue of him out here in Philly. In Philly.
Dr. J, legendary.
Right, but Moses Malone, had we not made that trade, I don't think we win that series against the Lakers that year. I'm sorry.
And that many people know Dr. J was
Moses Malone was a scoring machine.
He was a scoring machine and a rebounding machine. That's another good rebounder.
How many people know Dr. J was the first one did the dunk off the free throw line before Jordan did?
Yeah, he was.
I saw that shit. Oh shit!
Don't know about Bernard King.
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
New York hit the mid-range shot. He had a 60 piece against the Nets on Christmas Day one time.
Yep. In '85, I think. Was it 84 or 85?
Very underrated.
Well, if it's the playoffs, so you got to mention the bad boy Pistons, but they were beating up everybody. Isaiah Thomas, all these guys.
Ooh, another game that I don't think people talks about enough. What about the Raptors and Sixers 2001 Eastern Conference Semis? Remember when Vince Carter missed that shot at the end? That game.
Oh, dude, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, Vince Carter could have had it right there.
If he would have hit that shot, the Raptors would have went to the Eastern Conference Final. They were down by 1.
Yep. That was a crazy game.
It was
my heart sank. Yeah, my heart was beating so fast, and when he missed it, I'm like, it was a sigh of relief. Like, oh, thank God.
When you took that shot, you thought it was going in. When you took that shot.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was going in too because he always came. Remember that year he was coming up clutch. He had so much clutch moments. So I'm just like, Fuck, this better not be it. This better not be it.
DC was going back and forth, 50-point duels,
Yep,
going back and forth, man. That was one. That was one of the most underrated series. No one talks about too much.
No.
Ooh, another game, and I don't think people talk about this. This is 2019. Nuggets and Blazers, Game 3, quadruple overtime.
Yes, in 2019. Yes, that was crazy. That was another crazy one.
I remember that shit.
Yep.
Rodney Hood hitting a dagger 3.
The dagger, Rodney Hood. I forgot about Rodney Hood.
Siege McCollum having ice water in his veins. I mean, Joker. The Nuggets had that game multiple times. They had late leads, just couldn't close the door. Like, yeah. That was crazy though, and that series was weird too because I remember Game 7, the Nuggets were up double digits in Game 7, and the Blazers came back. Again, it was the CJ McCollum masterpiece. Had 37 in that afternoon Game 7. We got the Blazers conference final in Denver. Man,
those are some legendary games, man.
Yes.
That's when the competition was fierce, man. It wasn't all this buddying up and everything, man.
No.
You had rivalries. So rivalries what made the playoffs games good.
Even what about this game? Kings and T-Wolves Game 7, 2004 conference semis when the Wolves only won by 3. When Chris Webber almost hit a free throw would have sent it to overtime. He almost did. Like, man, that game was intense too. I
remember that game.
Timberwolves was a good team back in that day too.
No, they were because they had KG, Spreewell, Cassell, Troy Hudson. Yep.
Wally. That team was
Wally. Yep.
That team was gonna get. That team should have went the NBA Finals. That team should have went to the NBA Finals but failed.
Yep.
TJ Gaming says, should Kawhi be on load management? The answer is easy. No.
Get out of here. Enough with this load management era, man.
Right. Why would you ask that? We know the answer.
Load management era. That's what it should be called, man.
Why would you ask that?
You know what? Since Deuce complaining about awards, Prince and G Money, that's what should be the next award. Whoever wins to get the load management award, MVP load management.
Break the record for load management. Then you can use that.
Right. And speaking of Kawhi, I know this may hurt you, Brandon, but forgive me. Remember Kawhi Game 7 against the?
Yeah, that shit rolled in. Oh my god!
When the ball tap dancing to the rim, I'm like, what the? 4 bounce, it boogied, oogied, shoogied, and it went in. Wow.
Bro, we had that game. You know what's sad about that game? Okay, I'll give Kawhi credit. Well, they said we made the most. I think we had the second most turnovers in NBA playoff history. We had that game, and it shouldn't have got down that close.
Yeah,
missed free throws. Yes,
it
was crazy.
Multiple. I think they had 3 straight shot clock.
3 straight shot clock. Yes, cause fucking what's his name? Fucking not JJ Redick. Who was it? It was somebody. One of my guards. No, TJ McConnell off the bench. He kept holding the ball. I'm like, dude, pass the fucking ball. Oh, it was
nuts. Man.
Yeah.
Because if the ball had tapped, and also forgot that Ben Simmons accidentally left Kawhi a little breathing room, and then the ball tapped in, and B lost the ball too.
Like, he lost the ball, yeah.
Siakam layup. If you just handle the ball a little bit better, or just make a few free throws, you might have won that game. And who knows? You would have played the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then if you're lucky, you have the Warriors hobbled. Who knows?
Right, we could have won it, exactly. Because I think we beat the Bucks the series against the Bucks that year. So yeah.
I don't think. Let me see. I know Milwaukee won in Philly. I know Philly won in Milwaukee one time. Let me check the season series.
Yeah, check it. Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah, I don't remember, but I think we did.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
I remember one time Philly won in Milwaukee on an ABC Sunday game. I know Milwaukee won in Philly. Remember the night?
And they beat us. Yep. So they beat us.
Yeah. Remember the night which Bledsoe and the B got into a fight? I know Milwaukee won that game.
Yeah, they won that game. Remember that? Yep.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check too.
I'm checking right now. Let's see. Milwaukee won the season series 2-1.
Okay, so they did beat us by they edged us. Yeah. Holy shit.
Man, but who knows?
The rivalry, the competition was fierce, man.
Fast. Even speaking of the Bucks, what about this Bucks and Nets Game 7, 2021 Eastern Conference Series? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
KD's gigantic.
Yep.
Man, it would have been one if the sneakers were smaller. You can make an argument. I'm saying you can make an argument that could be one of the greatest game winners of all time if sneakers were just smaller. And I want to ask you, Brandon, if the Nets, let's say the Nets had gone past the Bucks, do you think Brooklyn would have been Atlanta and Phoenix to won the championship that year?
I think so because I'm trying to figure out on who in Atlanta would have stopped KD. So that would have been probably the easiest part of getting to the finals.
And
As
what
far
about
as the
you?
Suns,
Yeah.
I think it would have been a close series. I don't know who the Nets probably would have won, but it would have been. I know it probably would have said Game 7 or something.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, 'cause I don't think it'll be a sweep either way. I don't see
It
Suns
would've been-
sweeping the
it would've
Nets.
been- It would have been a tough series. But remember,
Yeah.
Kyrie was still injured with the ankle injury.
Right, he was injured,
Harden had an
exactly.
hamstring,
Like I said, the problem was the
Yep.
coach. That's all the problem the Nets had was the coaching.
Yeah,
Yep.
Steve Nash was a terrible coach.
He's a terrible coach, yeah.
Everybody can say, get rid of Steve Nash. A lot of fans like, get rid of Steve Nash.
And don't forget Game 3, and I don't think people remember
Speaking of
Game
that, who
3.
co-signed Steve Nash anyway?
KD and Kyrie.
KD and Kyrie, that's what they wanted. Yeah.
They did. Wow.
And people don't mention Game 3. Remember in which Bruce Brown made the mistake of the float, of making some mistakes with the floater and stuff, and let their Drew Holiday game winner in Game 3 to put the Bucks up by 1. In fact, the Bucks won by 3 in Game 3, 2021. Man, Durant almost hit a 3, but it would have sent the game to overtime. Nearly did. Like, that game was so weird because Milwaukee was up 21. Brooklyn erased the lead in the blink of an eye. They had a 3-point lead, and then the Bucks just survived. Man, that was another crazy game that no one talked. That I don't think people talk about enough. Yeah.
No, they don't talk about enough. Well, that's another thing too, because it's the Bucks. I bet you it was the Lakers, they would have remembered it, but it's the Bucks.
Yep. The Bucks is not a problem.
Yo, Brandon.
No.
Brandon, that's
Yo.
one of the problems. That's one of the problems with the NBA, right? You just said
right.
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant is basically the reason Steve Nash was the coach, not the GM.
I even remember that. I don't remember that shit. That's crazy.
Is it?
I remember it. No, they said it publicly. Yeah, they said it publicly. Yep, that's crazy.
So you got players being GMs, and then they wonder why they're losing games.
That's what they said about LeBron. It's LeBron's like GM, like G-Man Bron or something like that. I remember that.
Yo, hire my best friend as coach. I'm the superstar. I want you to hire my best friend as a coach. You got no coaching experience, but just hire him anyway.
No. Nope, just hire him anyway. Yep.
Yo, Chris, is a different era, man. Player empowerment, man. That's what LeBron pushed for.
Right. And on one hand, at one hand, like the way you could look at it this way, Jay, like back in the day, Bill Russell, he wanted more players because back in his era, players had like no power at all.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, like white nationalists, white supremacists.
Exactly, supremacists and everything. So I get it, but it's one of those where we got it, but they took an inch. Instead of taking an inch, they took a whole mile with it. So it's just like it's too much. Yeah.
The racism Bill Russell's facing, man.
Bill Russell had to deal with a whole lot. Rest in peace, Bill. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
He dealt with a whole
Great
lot.
Bill.
Man.
Yeah, and then Nelson Holy get mentioned, man.
Not just Bill Russell, you got to give Oscar Robinson his flowers too. You know,
And Big O too.
Yep. Big O, yeah.
Very
Underrated.
Players wouldn't even be having max contracts if it wasn't for Oscar Robinson.
Yep, he started that.
Yeah,
Yep,
man.
yep.
The younger generation just be disrespecting the OGs for instance, call for what it is, man.
And didn't Big O win a championship with Kareem in Milwaukee back in 1971?
Yeah,
Yep.
he did.
He did.
Kareem had crazy stats in Milwaukee too.
Crazy.
Yep. Oscar did too. Oscar, they talk about Russell. Oscar was the one that's having the triple doubles that meant something because they were winning. You know, feel me? They was winning when he had the triple doubles.
Yeah, not those. Get out the way and let me get free rebounds.
Get out the way, exactly. AP, it's funny. It's funny you talk about Russell and get out the way. He was doing that against. Remember when the Thunder they played Utah that series? This is when Donovan Mitchell was a rookie.
Oh yeah, when the Thunder lost to the Jazz, shockingly.
Yes. Russell was doing that. They kept saying, "Oh, but Russell didn't have any help. He was blowing his help away." Like what the?
Yeah, classic, man. No help. It's a team sport, but no help. I never knew you just go by yourself and just you basically ramble, right? And then you have no help.
Right.
You're Sylvester Stallone and shit. One man army. No help. He took out the entire military, bro, with no help.
Exactly. No help. Right.
No help.
I swear.
That was
Guy
one
had
of
that,
that was one of the most shocking series you ever saw. Think about it. The Jazz started off the season 19-28.
19-28. Yes.
They were back to start the year. They went 29-6 to get into the playoffs in 48 games, and then they lost game 1.
They lost game 1, and they just
dominated. Won game 2, and they went on the third. They dominated game 3 and 4. Game 5. If you really think about it, Utah should have won at 5. They were 25 in that game, and
25. Yep.
Yeah, and then OKC surged back to win, and then game 6 was so back and forth. Spider versus Russ. It was like a who's going to flinch first, and sadly Russ flinched at the end, while Spider Mitchell put the thumb in the college reps, and they won the series of Jazz. And nobody had him making the playoffs that year.
Nobody, nope. That was crazy. And Utah, they had Gordon Hayward, so I'm like,
Gordon
can they do it?
Gone. Gordon Hayward was on the Celtics. He was gone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's on the Celtics. My bad.
In game 1 of that series against the Cavs in the season, he broke his leg. Ouch.
Oh, we had that injury, on national TV. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was devastating.
Ooh, damn.
That was very, very devastating. And ironically, Boston went to the Eastern Conference Finals and almost went to the finals. They almost beat Cleveland. The Celtics went to the finals.
Hold on, you talking about the Paul Pierce?
Without Kyrie and Hayward in 2018, remember? Without Kyrie and Hayward, they almost went to the finals.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't Dame Dollar send Westbrook and
Paul George? That was 2019. That was 2019 in game 5.
That was 2019, the game 5. Yeah.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah, he hit I think somebody who he hit the 3 on. Was it Russell Westbrook?
PG-13. He nailed it over PG-13.
And then he waved the finger. He waved
sayonara, and that was crazy though. And then after
that was sad.
And he had the 50-piece that night. Dame had a 50-piece that night though. Like, what a better way to cap that off? A 50-piece, and you break up OKC, PG, and Russ. Wow. And after
that led to a beef between those two, and their mothers had to get involved to tell them to stop acting up. Y'all didn't know that, huh?
That was an awesome performance. That was an awesome performance.
Both of them guys was beefing at each other though, and their families get involved. And the moms was
that's crazy.
It was about to get violent because they were just going at it.
Yeah, man, they about to take that shit hell in the cell, man. I was like, we go to WWE.
WWE.
Throw your ass off the cage, bro.
Awesome game, man. But I have one question for you. Do you think some of these players get too much credit, in your opinion? Guys like Dame and
they made a big deal with his son.
Dame is again, I'm not trying to hate on the guy. He's a great player. I think Dame struggles in the playoffs. What do you guys think? I think Dame.
Oh, he definitely
does.
Yeah, definitely he does. That's what I was telling Pete the other night. Like he could get his points in school. He's talented, but in the playoffs, I don't trust him.
Yeah, he shoots 41% in the postseason.
That's the same thing I said about AD, man. I told everybody about Anthony Davis. Why didn't listen, man? I warned dudes about AD. Is like, nope, don't trust AD, man.
No, but I'm talking about Dame, not AD. We're talking about Dame.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
no, he's giving an example. Yeah.
Right. Again, Dame's a great player. He's a beast, but he's hit some feathery shots here and there in the postseason against Houston in 2014 Game 6, which was beautiful, and against Houston, OKC Game 5 2019. But other than that, what has Dame really done in the playoffs, though?
Not much. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
See, like we said, when it goes to the playoffs, it's a different story.
Exactly. And do you get upset when people call you a hater of a player, but you just tell facts about a player? Have you guys been called?
I get that all the time.
All the time. Me, Prince, we be called types of names. It's Jordan Slurpers. You hate LeBron. You hate Curry.
Even though you guys criticize MJ sometimes, you're not a slurper.
We could listen. Same thing. Jordan had bad games.
Exactly.
Kobe had bad games. We could mention all the bad games they had. That doesn't mean we don't like them. We don't love them.
But the only difference between, it's funny you bring that up, Jay. Difference between MJ's bad games and the rest of these superstars, he bounces back with even better game. He makes no excuses. Like
I know
some of those bad games are in seasons when he win the championship. So
exactly.
When you play well, we give you credit. When you play like shit, we call you out.
Thank you. That's everybody. Everybody. Like everybody. Gonna sit there like, oh, Kobe did not have bad games.
No, he did.
Tim Duncan.
Exactly. Everyone has garbage games. Yeah.
Jordan had bad games when he was in Washington Wizards when he came back.
Exactly.
He had terrible games.
Mm-hmm.
His percentages went mad low. And what did Jordan do? Stayed in the freaking gym and didn't come out.
Exactly.
I remember the stories, bro. He didn't come out the gym, bro.
Hey, yo, G Money, FYF Sports Debate says Dame has had great games. He doesn't have a good team.
He's had good teams. That's a lie.
Here we go. Here it comes. He has no help,
That's
right?
a lie. In 2019, he faced an injured Warriors team without Kevin Durant. Clay shot under 40%. Boogie was out that whole series. Iggy missed game 4. How do you not have a good team, but his supporting cast averaged like 80 points per game against Golden State? He had a good team in 2019. And Dame
that was his best team. Yeah.
And Dame shoots 41% in the playoffs. That's not good, man. He shoots under 40% elimination games. We got to stop giving these guys excuses. We don't like if Dame won a great team, why didn't he just leave Portland and go to a great team? He's been a free agent.
This have been simple. I'm glad you mentioned that, G-Money. It's not they have no help or you just hating. It's one or the other.
So he didn't have a good so CJ McCollum, Yusuf Nurkic, Carmelo Anthony, Norman Powell, Anthony Simons, LaMarcus Aldridge, Nick Batum, Wesley Matthews. That's Mo Williams is a bunch of bums. Like what the fuck?
No.
Steph Curry, Rodney Hood, and come on, he's had good teams. He just failed in the playoffs though. Right. I'm not saying dynasty teams. I'm not saying that. We should have gone to one finals at least in 2019.
We really got a dynasty team anymore, G-Money. What dynasty team do we really have besides Golden State?
How come we don't give that excuse? If we're gonna get that excuse, how come we don't get that excuse for James Harden when he was in Houston before they added Chris Paul?
Oh yeah, the numbers he was and all the numbers he was dropping and man, shit when he got to the playoffs.
Harden's second best player was an injured Dwight Howard, but every time Harden lost in the playoffs, he's a choker, he's a choker, he's a choker.
He choked right in the playoffs. He got all these numbers. Oh, look at the numbers James Harden was dropping when he was in Houston Rockets.
Yeah. And like I said before, like I love Dame. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
He's a great player.
Right, and he did have some postseason success. We're not saying he didn't. We're just saying that if he's going to get hyped this much, then he's got to show us more than what he has shown.
And he got swept by an injured Pelicans team.
I can't wait for the playoffs to hit all this hype.
Right.
Nobody picked New Orleans to win that series. Nobody. So if Dame won a great team, he should have just left Portland. It's just a fact.
Yeah. You see them leaving and joining their rivals in competition and win championships.
But that don't make sense though, because if he starts to bounce around from team to team, then y'all gonna say he's chasing rings.
Team to team, but I'm saying to go to a team that has legit help. I'm not saying join the team that beat you, but what I'm telling you is that what I'm saying is that Dame had a chance to go to a great team like either Milwaukee or Philly or whatever and have a chance to win a championship.
He didn't have no opportunity to go Milwaukee. That was never realistic.
Like Pete, did Dame have opportunities to go to a better team?
Yeah, but there's no guarantee the grass is going to be greener.
No, I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but win a better chance.
And here's the thing: in 2019, you can't compare that Warriors roster to what Dame had. Basically, all Damian Lillard had was CJ.
Seth Curry was not a bum. Rodney Hood was hitting big shots.
His starting lineup was Mo Harkless, Rodney Hood, and Miles Leonard with CJ. Stop it, bro.
Bro, here's what you
stop it. These dudes are not even in the league. These three dudes aren't even in the league no more, bro.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You talking about three dudes that's not even. Hold on. Enes Kanter was coming off the bench. He's not in the league no more. Zach Collins, a dude who was a rookie. He was a rookie. I mean, a young player at the time. I can't remember he was a rookie now. Evan Turner is not in the league no more. Alpha Camino is not in the league no more. I'm telling you, they whole roster. They whole roster's not in the league no more, bro.
Again, I never said.
You telling me they would have beat the Warriors?
Bro, let me give you.
Hold on, Evan Turner out the league.
Bro, it's only like 2-3 players on that roster that's still in the league. Evan Turner's out the league. Sky Labissiere's out the league. Alpha Camino out the league.
And that same team was up.
Enes Kanter out the league. Rodney Hood out the league.
I don't care.
But they were supposed to beat the Warriors, even with the Warriors shorthanded.
Win or not.
And don't act like Dame. And don't act like Dame wasn't doing his thing.
Hey, yo, Lamont.
Dame had a great first round in that first round against OKC and shot against Denver and Golden State. What are you telling me?
Hey,
I'm just giving the facts here.
Yo, Lamont. You said Enes Kanter not in the league no more. You could correct me if that. I'm not sure if this.
He's
right,
not
though.
in the league anymore. He's not.
But yeah, is it because of politics though? And he was in that whole.
No. Enes Kanter was looked at as the worst defensive center in the NBA. That's why he got bounced around from team to team. He was great at offensive rebounding the ball, but he was always a liability defensively. That's why his role was inconsistent. Evan Turner was
I-
overpaid bum. Mo
Am I right
Harkless
with
was
the
an
politics
overpaid
now?
bum.
And that overpaid
Miles Leonard was an
bum, let me tell you
overpaid bum.
this, bro. Miles Leonard had a good series against
Miles
Golden
Leonard
State.
was a
We're telling you.
bum.
Nah,
Bro,
I
I'm
can't
not
say all
saying
that,
it's
Lamont.
great,
Come
but
on
he had
now.
a good series.
Man,
The
bro,
against
hold
resume
on. So
wasn't
you
great.
telling
That's
me
what
on the
Lamar
team,
said.
on a team that you are wanting to go, like let's say if I look at your roster, I think this team can go to the NBA Finals, and your starting center is Miles Leonard. That's a
Oh,
big
bro,
problem, bro.
did I say Dame had to win in 2019 to win the championship? Did I say that? I never said
Okay,
he had to win
but
the title.
But
But
what I'm saying is, it
he
don't.
was.
One player can't get you to a conference
I
final,
didn't say it was only on Dame. I never said it was only on him. Yes, his team wasn't super duper. Of course, it's
and,
not.
and let's
But
not
let
act
me.
like he hasn't performed well in the playoffs.
He shows
He's made some of the
41% in the
most clutch shots
playoffs.
in playoff history.
That's in the first round.
It don't matter what
It
round it
does
is.
matter. Naming this, it does matter.
He's
Name me a
clutch in the playoffs.
No, he's not. Okay, answer this question, FYI. Answer this question for me. And be honest. Other than the first round, name me a clutch moment Dame has in the second round or conference final. Name me one.
Bro, other
Answer
than the first
question.
round, first of all,
Answer the question. Because second round
first of all, hold on.
it does matter.
Hold on. Let me answer your question. You keep running off this clutch, making big. First of all, that's all opportunistic. If the moment comes, he makes it. I want you to tell me a time in the playoffs. I want you to tell me this. I don't care what round it was, when there was a clutch opportunity in the playoffs and he didn't come through.
Let me give you.
Tell me.
Let me tell you, game against Golden State in Game 2, Game 4, he did.
So you saying it came down to a buzzer beater? He missed a shot.
Can I?
That's a lie, bro.
It's not a lie. Name me,
bro. You just lying. And you telling me about a team in the Golden State Warriors, the best team in the
Golden
league.
State, 2018 against New Orleans.
Golden State beat every goddamn body.
It's not just Golden State. You interrupted me. 2018.
Now Dame is supposed to beat the Dynasty Warriors.
You're not hearing what I'm telling you. 2018 against New Orleans, he shot 35% from the field. Had horrible fourth quarters against New Orleans.
That's what the best defense in the league does.
I don't give a fuck.
They make you shoot a bad percentage.
What does that mean? Luka played a great defense.
Damn, y'all be acting like just and then the sad part about it is you have to go chase down one series or one game just to try to paint an overall picture.
What?
That's the worst part about it. We're talking about the totality. Dame is a great playoff performer. He just hasn't had great playoff teams.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Bro, y'all be just like y'all be acting like these players are supposed to turn in an incredible hope and carry a team to the finals by themselves.
You didn't answer the second question I asked.
This ain't NBA Jam where you can go, he's on fire and he just win the game by himself.
I didn't say he win by himself, but he's disappeared after the first round. I'm giving you the truth.
Man. Y'all always say he's disappearing and all this. Bro, you know why? It's easy to make a player disappear when you can zone in your entire defense on him because you know it's the team full of scrubs.
You just said Dame's a great playoff performer.
He is a great playoff performer, but the one thing that I know is if I'm a great defensive team and I know look, if I know that all you got on your team is players like Evan Turner, Miles Leonard, Mo Harkless, I'm going to zone all my defense on you and I'm going to make them try to score.
Why about in 2021 Norman Powell?
Y'all act like, what is he supposed to do? Is he getting double teamed? What is he supposed to do if he getting zoned up?
Bro, why about in 2021 when he lost?
What do you mean what happened?
Bro, can you at least hear the question before you talk, please? Okay. Why about 2021 against Denver without Jamal Murray? You want to hear Dame's second half stats? Let me give you facts. Game 6, 1 for 9.
Stats don't mean nothing if you can't tell me the defensive pressure that they were applying to Dame and the teammates that he had on the floor.
So Carmelo Anthony,
because players don't just play bad.
Robert Covington was a bad team. That's what you're telling me in 2021.
Bro, you keep naming all these fringe guys that's ain't barely hanging in the league.
Oh my gosh, man!
Robert Covington can't even get playing time on a trash Clippers team right now.
Who did Jokic have in 2021? Eric Gordon, old Paul Millsap.
That team was much better than the Blazers team.
I don't think it was.
Okay, then tell me the Blazers starting lineup if they were so great.
I didn't say they were great. I said they should have.
You can't remember nobody off that team.
I can name.
But yet you running off all the names of players on this Denver team.
I mean, I can name Portland's team in 2019.
Go ahead. No, 2021.
Can I tell you the players on that team?
No, you said 2021. Tell me this great Portland Blazer team that was supposed to soar through the playoffs.
I didn't say in 2021 they were supposed to soar through.
Okay, what year?
I said beat Denver at least. That's what.
Okay, tell me all about my team in 2019.
2019. I mean, what?
Just tell me about how great Miles Leonard and Evan Turner
said that
was.
team was great. I never said
Tell
that
me
team
how
was
great Mo Harkless was.
Mo Harkless,
I forget that.
he was not
Lamont
great.
is
He gave us
a
some big
Portland
moments.
Trailblazers fan.
I want you to tell me how great Al Farouk Amino was coming off the bench.
Oh my.
And Jake Layman.
I never said that team need to win the title in 2019.
But they were supposed to beat the Warriors.
It doesn't matter. But here's what you don't
What you
understand.
mean it don't matter?
Bro, can I yo, you're in, look, can I speak my point?
Hey, G
please?
Money. I'm
Bro,
gonna take you to the
interrupting me
YMCA.
like-
I'm gonna put you on the team full of some scrubs. I'm gonna walk in with all D1 players, and I'm
that
gonna say,
scrub
G Money,
team was
win
up
this game.
17 in games 2 and 4 and 18 in game 3. So you don't really have a point.
Bro, one player cannot win a game.
I didn't say it was only on Dame. I never said that. Yes, he didn't have a great team.
Okay, so he was supposed to turn into Magic Johnson and just be a super facilitator and make everybody
I never
better.
said that though. I never said he
What
needs
was
to
he
be
supposed to do?
What I'm saying is there's times in which he didn't know how to fit the teeth to the defense. He could have utilized more of the mid-range game, not settle too much for the three-point shot. That's all
Bro,
I'm saying.
hold on.
though.
First of all, the mid-range game is dead because teams are zoning up on Dame, and ain't no mid-range shots to even be taken. They're gonna go 1-3-1 matchup zone, and that shit's dead.
Or
You can't
Dame
just
can just
take
get to
mid.
the basket.
You act like teams just let you walk in the paint. Go ahead and take
That's
an
not-
open
I never said
mid-range.
that. I never said that. at all.
Damian Lillard, go ahead and walk in the paint and take this open mid-range.
And
Like
not
they
just
ain't gonna
that,
zone
Dame
up
could
and
have gone to the
focus on.
basket. Not even just that.
You
Dame could have
can't
gone
tell
the
Dame to
basket.
take mid-range shots when they ain't giving it to him.
Not even just that. He could have
How
just
the hell
gone to
they
the basket.
y'all be saying stuff that don't make sense?
Bro, I'm giving you factual evidence.
That's not a
though.
fact. You keep
That is
saying
a
he
fact.
shouldn't have
He
took
shot
threes.
37
What the hell was he supposed to do?
Okay, Dame shot 37% against Golden State. Is that a
He
is that
shot
an
a
opinion or
bad
fact?
percentage because they focused their entire defense on him.
Bro, Harden had the same defense Golden State had.
Why are you trying to compare apples to oranges? We talking about what Dame had to go through with a trash team.
What do you mean a trash team that was up 17 in games?
Bro,
2
you
and 4
trying to
and 18 in
convince
game 3? What are you
everybody
telling me?
here that
What trash
Rodney
team?
Hood and Mo Harkless
Rodney Hood
was
didn't do
supposed to
anything in the
save
playoffs. That's what you're telling
Damian
me.
Lillard.
So you're telling me Rodney Hood had no big games in the playoffs? You're telling me Seth Curry didn't do anything in the playoffs? That's what you're telling me?
First of all, you're talking about guys that are friends.
Oh
A lot of the guys
my
that
God.
were starting for the Blazers should not have been starting for an NBA team.
What does that mean, though? It doesn't matter. The
They were
fact of the
bringing
matter
in
is he was up
bums.
double digits for.
And it was a
doesn't matter.
surprise to everybody that they even got to the playoffs that year. That's what Dame is known for. Dame is known for having the Blazers excel in the regular season more so than what we expected, and then they'll find themselves in a playoff seating, and they just outmatched and outmanned.
So you're telling me that
They
no chance
outgunned.
against the Warriors in 2019 without Kevin Durant? That's what you're telling me.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care.
Even
if-
with the facts I
Bro,
gave you.
hold on. Are you saying that this Blazer roster could have beat that Warrior team even without KD?
They could have been that
Bro,
team.
y'all act like the Warriors is just trash. You know they
I
won a
never said
championship
the Warriors
without
were
KD?
trash, but they weren't unbeatable.
Do you know that? Bro, just stop
Yo,
saying stupid
Lamar,
shit.
how's
Y'all be
it
acting
stupid
like
when
you
I'm giving
got to
you factual
convince
evidence,
me.
though?
You got to
Come
try
on.
to convince me that this war, basically, if you say they could have beat the Warriors, you telling me that was a championship roster. Yeah,
I
you
never
can't
said they
remember
would've won
any
the
of them
title.
players.
I never said that.
If they would have beat the Warriors, they
I
would have
don't-
they would
I
have been
think
looked
it
at
would
as a
also
championship
leverage.
contending team.
No, even the Blazers.
But you said they
beat
supposed
the
to beat the Warriors because KD was
Without
hurt.
Kevin
Are you an
Durant, we're talking
idiot?
about here. Without
You
Kevin
had Steph
Durant,
Curry. You had
That doesn't
Draymond.
matter though.
Klay Thompson still gave minutes.
It doesn't
Looney
matter.
was still
Klay shot
playing.
under 40%. So what's your
What are
point?
you talking about?
Bro, you're giving me nonsense.
And then they
excuses.
had a much better coach.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
What are you talking about,
And
bro?
that same
And then you
Warriors
don't
team
even
right
talk
now-
about the type of defense they was playing on him. You just say he was just supposed to perform.
I mean, I seen guys who.
No, you ain't seen nothing because you can't
Bro,
explain
bro,
the
I seen
defense.
guys
You
went
can't
up
explain the
against teams
offense.
to dominate.
You
have
just
no
saying
point.
what they think should have happened, even though scrubs were on the floor.
So Scrubs were on the floor, but he was up double digits for 3 games in a row.
It don't matter.
It
You're
does
still
matter.
playing the
It
best
does
team in the
matter.
So the
NBA.
number
It
stats
does
matter.
matter.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Bro,
It does matter.
okay. So like I said, they playing the Warriors. Did you bet your money on Golden on the
It doesn't
Blazers?
matter what I bet on.
I
It
bet
doesn't
you
matter
didn't.
what I bet on.
I
didn't
bet you
on
didn't bet a
Luka Doncic to
dime
beat
on
the
those
Suns, but he
Blazers.
did. Bro, I didn't bet on Luka Doncic to beat the
Or
Suns. but he
unless you
did.
was one of them fools on Ticket TV
Oh
saying
my
that the
gosh.
Blazers was gonna win it all.
Bro, I didn't bet on Luka Doncic, the way lesser team. Dame
Bro, why
had
you
last
keep bringing
year
up
to beat
other
the Suns.
players,
He
different
didn't.
situations,
What I'm
different
telling
teams,
you is
different
that
coaches?
It doesn't matter
That's
who's favored or not.
irrelevant.
Bro, it doesn't matter. Who's
This is
been
where we
favored
go
or
wrong
not.
with critiquing players. First of all, Players cannot win by themselves. You
I
have to
never
judge
said
them
Dame had to win
based
by
off their
himself.
individual
All I'm saying is he
performances,
had a
and
But it's
you
a
have to
team
take
sport.
into
This notion that they
context.
can't win by
Lamont,
themselves
You
is a
have to
team
take
sport.
into context
Pete,
their
It's a
circumstances.
team sport, though. You
let me
can't
ask
say
you
like
this.
they
Let me
go
ask you
by
Thank you. It's
themselves.
a fucking team sport.
I
And
Team
on
never
top of
sport.
the
said
fact,
I know
you
it's a
can
team
read off
sport,
that
but you was
roster and you
getting
know
too
that's a
serious.
bunch
What I'm
of scrubs.
saying.
And you really trying to act like Seth Curry was, man, he could have helped.
Oh my
Enes Kanter
God.
was solid. Man, get the hell out of here. They was
There were-
playing the Warriors, man.
It doesn't matter who they're playing. They got
What you mean it don't matter?
Lamont, can I explain
Oh,
why
man,
you're
y'all be
interrupting me?
spazzing. This is how y'all find sneaky ways to try to tear down players, and
How
it
am I trying to
absolutely
tear
makes
down
no
Dame when I'm
sense.
giving the fact that he got swept by
You ain't giving no facts. He didn't get swept. The team got swept.
That's a fact.
Dame
That's
does not get swept.
The
Idiot.
Warriors got.
First of all, how does one player get swept? The team got swept.
Bro, all I'm saying.
What do you mean? That's your whole thought process. Is you talking about an individual? Dame got swept. No, the Blazers got swept.
Yeah, I know that, but all I'm saying.
What you mean? Dame got swept. Dame did everything he possibly. You think he wanted to lose?
He shot 37% in that series. How do you do everything?
God damn! And then look at the coaching. They had a coach that had absolutely no emphasis on defense. They had a coach that did not care a lick for defense.
Yes, Terry Stotts was bad.
What you mean? So what you mean? Everything was messed up from the coaching to the personnel.
Okay, I want to ask you, Lamont.
What you mean to the strategy?
Okay, Lamont, I want to ask you one question.
What are y'all talking about? We got to judge, and then you still talking about 2019, but you want to completely dismiss every other clutch moment that he's had.
I never said.
And you want to dismiss it because it was in the first round.
In the playoffs.
What?
Okay, and you
So
didn't.
you determine what's clutch and what's not clutch in the playoffs?
You gotta be clutching every round.
Man,
not
what
just
you
the
mean you
first
gotta be
round.
clutch, man? You just got, man, he performed to the best of his ability
No, he did
with
not.
the team that he had.
37% of the
You
series.
can't
What are you talking
remember.
about?
Oh my God!
Yo,
This
Pete.
is, bro.
Pete, I'm gonna ask
This is the saddest part. This is what makes basketball. This is why I don't like talking basketball, because y'all be coming with the most hateful narratives,
How's
the
it a
stupidest
hateful
talking
narrative
points,
when he finished
and I be talking to people that can't even explain to me what a 2-3 and a 1-3-1 matchup zone is. Y'all be acting like he could just go take mid ranges. How? How the fuck is he supposed to take a goddamn mid range when the team's zoned up on him?
Shot blocking.
Y'all say
This
stupid
era,
shit and you can't explain it.
This era barely plays mid range anyway.
No, what I'm saying, no, that's not true. This era, the mid range is dead because teams implemented that 1-3-1 matchup zone that clogs that mid range area. And the players today that you see making mid range shots, the players today that you see making mid range shots make some of the toughest shots ever. The Kyries, the KDs, the Jason Tatums, the Ja Morants. These guys are taking. If you shoot a shot in the mid range today, that shit's gonna be contested.
Y'all talking about mid-range shooters. Y'all didn't mention DeMar DeRozan?
DeMar
Yes, but
DeRozan.
I was gonna say DeMar DeRozan. The mid range ain't completely dead. They still do shooting.
No, what I'm
mid-range
saying
often.
is, what I'm saying is the guys that are taking mid-range shots are uber athletic, and they have to be able to score elite in traffic.
What's uber athletic? I don't get it.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, like the players like KD. Yeah, he's 7 feet tall taking mid-range shots. You can't contest none of his shots. DeMar DeRozan is one of the best non-pattern players in the league. He's elite in the mid-range, and then you have to have a coach to set you up there. I mean, when you talk about the few guys that are dominating from the mid-range, it's due to coaching, and it's because they're elite offensively, and they have the size to do it. Not anybody's just walking into the mid-range. And Kyrie is a magician with the ball. It takes a super uber talent to be elite in the mid-range of this league today. Dame is taking what he can get with teams that are so zoned up on him that he's forced to move the ball to guys like Mo Harkless. How many threes and Mo Harkless and Evan Turner was missing during those series? How many times was he kicking it out to those guys and they wasn't coming through? No, man, y'all just be talking. And then you want to say he's not coming through in the playoffs with a scrub team?
How am I talking?
Oh, you just hating, bro. You just hating on a team that you know nothing about.
I'm giving you, bro. How am
you just hating on a team you know nothing about?
When the reality is that
you know nothing about the offense. You know nothing about Terry Stotts' defensive philosophies. You know nothing about what other teams were doing today defensively. You just coming up with comical narratives, and none of it makes sense.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
He just making stuff up as he go. Talking about what person in their right mind says Dame is not a good playoff performer when this man has made some of the greatest playoff shots in NBA history. And that's just retarded. And Dame is one of the best to ever do it.
G Money, he bounced.
Yeah, he bounced.
Oh, he got up out of here.
You got him up out of here. Oh man.
But the playoffs tells totally differently from the season. The season put up credible numbers. When the playoffs comes, it's a complete different story.
Lamar, I think he's trying to say that Dame should have performed. I think I'm guessing he's saying Dame should have performed better. That's what I'm doing. I don't think he said that team should win. And none of us think that team was going to win anyway.
If you got a bunch of role players are not an elite level, that's what Lamar's saying.
People forget that for a Portland Trailblazer team that during the regular season, especially in 2019, was one of the highest teams in pace. The game slows down in the playoffs. So all those additional shot attempts that you normally So when you lose all them shot attempts and the game slows down, of course your points per game is going to go down. But I can't just go.
Lamar, we're going to have different energy for the Blazers anyway because I don't look at them as title contenders. I never did. So.
No, but I'm not. I mean, of course nobody looks at them as that. But I'm not going to say just because he averaged a few less points per game that he did in the regular season that he's choking or he's not performing in the playoffs. When the pace slows down, that just naturally happens to some teams, especially if they thrived off high pace. That's why I say you got to put it all into context.
G Money in the chat, he said you a clown. Like
shit, he was a clown.
Oh, come on, man. G Money don't go in the comment section. It's just a debate, man. To me, he's just giving him how he sees the game, man.
No, Gideon can't get mad that he can't explain basketball the way I do.
I mean, you see it differently. That's all it is. Like, this is how I see it.
But I'm saying he cannot talk about my team so casually and then walk around saying Dame is not performing. Dame is one of the best playoff performers. He just hasn't had the team to go far. And when I see teams zone up on him, double team him, run all types of weird traps on him to make him give up the ball, and you make it extremely hard. They're hard.
Lamont, let me ask you this though: out of all the teams in the league, what team you think Dame should have went to that gave him the best chance to win?
Okay, so for me, I believe that Dame on a championship team is a 2. He's not a 1. Okay. He's been thrust into a 1 role.
Give me a team.
So I would say, if I'm thinking if I could put him on the ideal team right now today,
right,
it would probably be with I mean, it's a lot of it's hard to say.
I got one. How about the Bucks?
But Giannis?
But he would just be taking over that Chris Middleton role. But I mean, that would work. I was just trying to see what team needs a great number 2.
Lamont, him and Giannis would be a great one.
No, they would because he would be a better Chris Middleton.
That'd be great. Yeah, I believe that. Chris Middleton is not great, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
But Dame isn't Dame just like Bradley Beal. These guys are great. They're great players, but they've been thrust into a number 1 role when they're on a winning team. They should be number 2 guys. Just like a Jimmy Butler.
I always thought Dame was as a number 2 myself. So I mean, I don't know about you.
I mean, but I just can't. I can't run around just walking around saying I've seen what this man does in the playoffs, man. He's a nightmare to defend. Maker to missing shots. He's a nightmare to defend.
I'm not gonna speak on that topic. I don't know that much on. I'll call it for what it is. I gotta look more into Dame.
But with that being said, it's 2-something now. 2.5 hours. I'm about to be out of here. I gotta deal with some of these people tomorrow morning because I gotta get my Z's. It's 11:36 here. Right. But shout out to all of y'all, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate all
Salute,
y'all,
Jay. Salute, Lamont. Long time no talk.
Salute, y'all, man.
All right. Yo, Lamont, have a good one, brother. And yo, Brandon, you know how we do. Peace.
Yeah, peace, baby.
All right. All right, yo, we out of here, man. So the fact that we out of here, man, damn. This is funny because it's 11 o'clock. I still got some more stuff to do. But you know what I mean? I had you out of here with some of my Max B, man. You know. Take us home, Max B.
I mean, you know it's the gang winning team. Get on your shit, scholars. good, baby? Great to have you back. Chase Drug. Young Los on the beat. Oh, it's Gang Green, baby. Talk my shit, though. Heavy on the wrist dab. In the Chevy pack a piss dab. Nigga chip down. He ain't have enough to fight the campaign. Get your grip, get it. Money, it ain't a damn thing. Honey, ain't a man swing, nigga. Like treat cheese and beast. He used to be my colleague. Muhammad Ali. Shoot the left jab. Not the same Floyd Mayweather. That bitch was on the mesh tab. Brush fat, Jimmy. As a baby, gave him common sense. Stay tuned, baby. I'm coming, best to make room, best to take home. I'm the greatest out. Gotta love me, Biggie Bell. I'm the wave one, the brave one. Came to save him. It's too late, mommy. She got 2 plates. Greedy, motherfucking needy, motherfucker. That shit speedy ass niggas in my lane trying to pass by. Last I heard, you was wavy.
From the bottom.